recording
I am
one.
the hope of the universe. I am the answer to all living things.
Hey, there's still episodes of the Irrelevant Gamers podcast.
I am the light in the darkness. I am truth, allied to gold, nightmare to you. And I am the son of a shepherd.
Hoo-hoo.
How you doing, guys?
I want to shake this man's hand so bad for this fucking intro.
Well, he probably does conventions. Probably in your own town.
Probably, absolutely. That was Peter Klamas introducing the For the Glory podcast, and this is Fats, and we're here! Whoa!
Whoa! That was a little weird. My name is MicSpam. We have a very special guest. Hasn't been with us for a little while now. Our good friend Sketchnote. Say hi, Sketch.
Hi, Sketch.
Hi, Sketch. His big-ass giant picture has just entered the stream as well. Fun fact about Sketch, he has created the Colonel Fats logo. He is a part of the stream whether he likes it or not.
Well, I recreated it. You created the original.
It's true, but yours is 10 times better. Like, way better. Mine wasn't 3D at all. Mine was just like, all right, I'm in Microsoft Paint. Here's a circle. That's his head. Here's another circle. That's his body. I'm so good at drawing. Oh, man.
Y'all started out there, man. Just maybe you can check.
I should show you, Sketch, some of the drawings I've made. I actually got a little back into it. I think you'd be slightly impressed. I'll have to send them to you because, yeah, I kind of fell off of it, but I always do custom cards because it's the cheapest, easiest present, and it's way more meaningful than anything you could buy because it's handmade from the motherfucking heart.
Nice.
Absolutely. But what you been up to, man? What's new?
I've just been doing a lot of the same, taking care of my niece while my sister works. I haven't really done much of anything else, to be perfectly frank.
Well, that's fair, you know. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer D&D kind of fell apart there. But
Whatever happened to his living situation, do you know?
I know he got a job. I think he's still at his buddy's house at the moment, but I think he's getting an apartment soon, so I think he's getting his shit together.
He's either doing just fine or he's living in a van down by the river. One of those two outcomes.
At least Ben isn't just completely out on the street.
Exactly. Well, the last time I messaged him was actually asking if he wanted to be on a podcast episode, and that's kind of where I got the info. And he responded right away. So he's either looking at his Discord on his phone or he's on a PC somewhere. But he hasn't really mentioned anything about redoing D&D in any way because he couldn't do the podcast episode because he works third shift now. Womp womp.
Oh. Yikes.
Yeah, so he's kind of on opposite schedules. Ben, what's up? We have awesome Sketchnote here. He's the giant head in the middle on the bottom.
I thought I was the giant head.
No. No, I'm the giant head. Oh my god. Did either of you actually watch E3, or did you catch after videos, or did you do none?
I did after.
Neither.
Neither. I knew it. I was even telling Roger about that. I'm like, he's Terrell. He has no idea what happened at E3.
Fucking yeah, no
Keanu fucking Reeves.
What about Keanu Reeves?
Nice, Ben.
Keanu Reeves is like crowned best person in all of the world right now.
He is the winner of 2019. It's only halfway over.
Why?
Okay. The Cyberpunk 2077 trailer. That's fucking why. And his appearance on stage at E3. So you know how
shit.
The best moment on stage was when he was like, I can't wait for you guys to experience this breathtaking environment. And then someone in the crowd says, you're breathtaking.
He looks at him and points his finger. No, you're breathtaking. And then that's the...
Wait. Is that it?
No, he's literally doing animation. He's straight up a character in Cyberpunk 2077. And he is like with you a lot. They did this sick trailer. You can be a male or a female.
The same way Norman Reedus is in Death Stranding.
I wouldn't say the same because he's not a playable character.
Why does anybody care about Keanu Reeves all of a sudden?
Because of John Wick 3.
I didn't watch any of those movies.
John Wick 3 apparently has a really good reception.
Yeah.
All the John Wicks did, but I'm not a big action movie guy. They don't have any
They're fantastic movies.
I have heard the best. I have never really I haven't watched them either, but I hear I have to. Because I guess, like, the first one and the second one, I guess, were all guns and shit, and then this third one is all, like, swords and shit, and John Wick's apparently the ultimate badass, so...
If it's not another Predator movie starring Arnold, I'm not interested.
That's why you had all those memes, like when Avengers was still hot, like Thanos snapped his fingers, and it's like, oh no, I killed John Wick's cat, I'm fucked.
Mm-hmm. It's like the whole story, right? The first one, they kill his dog, so he just goes on a rampage or something?
Yeah, it was a dog that was given by his dead fiance, and it was sort of like a semblance of their past relationship, and when the thugs killed the dog, that was like crossing the line, so he went back to his underworld lifestyle.
That's awesome. Oh. When he popped up, though, at the end of that Cyberpunk trailer, oh my god. That was so sick. I watched that shit live, and...
It was just kind of out of left field.
It really was. But honestly, that trailer itself was sick. That game is going to be dope. I
know, it's really beautiful cinematic.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, is it shit? They did show, and at least I think it was like the last E3, they showed the female character, and then there's the male character. They both look reasonably dope. So I mean, I actually don't know who I'd probably play through as. But then they show a little more. He basically wakes up in a junkyard because he's a super future. He's like a cyborg, so he like reboots, and he's like, "Hey kid, we got a city to burn." And then it zooms up and it's fucking Keanu fucking Reeves.
That is not how Keanu Reeves talks.
I'm not a good voice actor.
Like, yo, kid, bro, ham.
See, I feel like you need to watch the John Wick movies.
His earlier character.
Be excellent to each other.
Whoa, bro. Totes, we gotta go save the city. Actually, he's gonna burn it. It sounds dope. The whole game looks amazing. That's what I'm excited for. E3 was crazy. But we are mainly, well, I don't know. We're mainly an anime podcast, this kind of thing.
Anime and video games.
Anime, video, well, it's it's kind of a little devolved from video games into anime and anything.
I think we just try to make it a comedy podcast.
We just shoot the shit. There's no framework. There's just anime reviews is our one guaranteed fucking thing.
And if you do what we do, then you're gonna live in a van down by the river.
Exactly. So get a job first, then podcast your life away. It's great.
It's great.
It's great. Oh man, should we jump into it? I agreed. You put the clip in there. What are you marrying?
What?
What are you marrying? You married.
I said what?
Oh.
Do I want to get into what?
The anime. I really liked my show. I feel like it's a show a lot of people have seen. Sketch, have you seen Magi, the Labyrinth of Magic?
Can't say that I have now.
Okay. Well,
a lot of people know of it at least.
Yeah, I don't know when this came out. It has 25 episodes from the site that I was watching it on. It might have more.
Find that out very quickly.
That is true. Be my info guy. I would basically sum up this anime as it's anime Aladdin combined with Avatar: The Last Airbender. 100%. He's a gifted child who's loved by magic, kind of like how Black Clover's doing that gifted by love by magic thing. But he's got a total amnesia thing. He has no idea who he is. But
2012.
Oh, okay. It turns out he is a reincarnation of the great Magi Solomon, who gets reincarnated all the time. These fucking dungeons pop up all over the world randomly, and there's just the legends that say, you know, conquer the dungeon, gain immense wealth and power, and you good. So there's also sticks to this other guy. It's Aladdin. Who would have thought? And Aladdin's the Magi. Alibaba's another main character. Alibaba. He goes in.
And Sinbad too.
He's basic. Right. Yeah, they have Sinbad. I actually just got to the episode where Sinbad makes an appearance, so very Aladdin-esque. But also, I love one of my favorite scenes is that one right there.
Chick. What's her name? Morgiana?
Morgiana is a complete badass, but she's
Yes.
not a complete badass at all until like episode like 8, which I'm on episode like 8.
I thought it was episode 6 where she. I mean, spoiler alert.
Was it
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Kicks a tiger in the face.
Double spoiler alert, she kicks like 4 tigers in the face.
Yeah, it's a lot of tigers.
That was an ultimate badass scene.
It's
kind of her.
It's a fair amount of tiger kicking.
Yeah, it was brutal, and she's amazing. Her awakening in that scene was powerful. I really liked it. I like everything. I honestly am liking a lot about this. To be fair, when I was watching this at first, I was a little skeptical. I'm like, this is a little meh. But I've been getting very drawn lately to
Strong female.
she's not the lead. The Magi's the lead.
I don't know.
He's a little boy.
I've never watched it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's going to turn into Aladdin, Alibaba, and Morgiana are going to go adventure and shit. But either way, it kind of started off really slow. I was like skeptical. I was like, what is this shit? Little kid, he likes titties. Normal. Great.
Well, she is a lead. She's just not the main character.
Well, I think it has a long build-up. I think that's why there's 25 episodes. But they caught me enough. Basically, episodes 1 and 2 are, intro-ish kind of stories or whatever. Or, bringing the story to life kind of deal. And they kind of did it really slowly. They're trying to make you love the characters. I did not fall in love with Aladdin right away. I thought it was funny that he really liked titties, but it was meh. And it was just kind of slow. So, but then episode.
I remember that. I forgot that.
Yeah, he was like, there's this big fat dude. He's like, oh, you're a man. Why do you have boobs? I love boobs. And he's all up in his dude's tits. That was funny as shit. I honestly didn't even take too many notes on this bad boy, but I'll bring it up. But yeah, it just started slow. But honestly, once episode 3 hit and they got into the first dungeon, and then shit kind of hit the fan real fast. The show's got a really interesting environment. Like, this world is super like okay with slavery. Like, slavery is very common in this world. Like, you see people walking in chains all over the damn place, and that's what Morgiana was. She was a slave. So her story really doesn't pick up until she's free. Spoilers. She gets free.
Morgiana was the redhead that we saw in the trailer?
Yes, she's from the Finalis clan, tribal warriors who were supposedly from the Dark Continent. She's later found out to be one of their clan was like conquerors of the Dark Continent, which was just uninhabited land south, and they dominated it, and then she got stolen as a slave, and then has basically been a slave her whole life.
Let me find that clip.
Yeah, find the tiger clip. That was dope. Yeah. Oh, wait, this is Tanya. I'm like, wait, what? I was like, where am I in my own notes? All right, yeah. Aladdin, Alibaba. There's this one. Yeah, really what killed it was this dick-ass lord. So you think, like, all right, he gets into the labyrinth, or the first dungeon with Alibaba, and they're going to conquer it. He's got a genie power. Well, he's, like, starving, so apparently if he's starving, his power don't work. That sucks. So they kind of get a little fucked. Then all of a sudden this lord comes in with a bunch of soldiers. He basically sacrifices mostly all of them just to survive the ridiculous traps of the dungeon. But this character, you hate him. You hate the shit out of him. Because he is an asshole lord. And he thought that he was told a long time ago that the Magi are people who grant, pick kings. And they guide the kings into guiding humanity, kind of like, dictator kingship. And he's like... He ends up fighting him at the end, and Alibaba's actually a total badass and has some sketchy backstory that's not really touched on much. And he basically whoops his ass. Then Morgiana whoops his ass because she's his slave. And then Aladdin comes in, fucks him up, and kind of spares him, but then the whole castle falls down and blah, 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 blah. There's a bunch of genie shit happening, which is very mysterious, and that's honestly why I keep watching it. The show hides so much information from you, and... because the main character himself doesn't even fucking know. And he summons a fucking giant genie out of a flute that he carries.
And hit the clip while you're talking.
Okay. And then the fucking genie is huge, has no head. His head is actually the flute when he gets summoned out of it. He does have a head in flashbacks and stuff. And oh yeah, this was nutty. And yeah, that's actually a good point about this show. It's very brutal. Like, there's this one guy who he was Morgiana, and this other giant big dude were the last of his like soldiers he brought into the dungeon, and he's just like stabbing his own guy, prodding him on to fight, but like legit stabbing the shit out of him, and he just does not care. And it's just, it's so intense. Like, I love the third episode. Their first two were meh, but they needed them to set it up. And then there's just a lot of mystery. And I think, honestly, I really got drawn to this because I'm watching Attack on Titan again. And it's all, with that show, for me, it's all about just guessing what's going to happen, predicting all the shit. And in this show, it's just like, no idea where they're going to take anything. It's just ridiculous. Like, this episode...
I can never guess where Attack on Titan's going.
I kind of guessed the last
caught up with
episode.
it?
He's one behind.
Yeah.
What was that?
I watched yesterday's episode, so...
I'm one behind.
Ah, I see. But at least we're finally fucking getting somewhere, though, am I right?
Yes, next episode will finally be
Nah, I don't know. I disagree with the people who say it slows down in the middle. Like, a lot that happens in the middle as far as the structure of their fucking... just the way their entire city functions. And their government.
Yeah, I could say.
It's big shit. It's important shit.
That's, whatever.
It's just not, weird naked monster fighting. But
Now
it's
there's
important.
reason.
I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Check out this chick kicking the shit out of these tigers.
Yeah, she kicks the shit out. So, like, this episode, I'd say, like, the show goes slowly. They have a lot of build-up, but there's a lot of character development. Like, this episode, Aladdin's not even in. He's not in it at all. This is all Morgiana episode. So, like,
Good.
they really detail out, like, these three characters are kind of very spread out. Obviously, Aladdin the Magi is the main, but there's a lot of shit that goes down with these other two, and it's just dope. And I'm really excited for the next episode, to be honest. I think, though, just to be fair, based on the first 3 episode review, like I said, the first 2 kind of sucked. It was a bad lead up. Really wasn't that interested, but I'm like, end of episode 2, I was like, all right, let's see what happens here. And then episode 3 happened, and I was like, okay, this shit's good. This shit's real good. Like, normally, like, kid protagonists and stuff, it's hit or miss. And I think this one hits it pretty good. The main character's funny, but he's surrounded by awesome characters. And
I feel like
Morgiana is my favorite.
I feel like you always said, I hate child protagonists.
I do.
And then, like, I gave you a bunch of good ones, and now you're like, all right, they're hit or miss.
I know. Well, most of them suck, but, like, the one that I couldn't get back into, The Promised Neverland, I tried, and I was like, no. Couldn't
What was
really
your
do
opinion on Hunter x Hunter?
Hunter is amazing. But that's a shonen. That's, like, different. That's, like, 100 episode plus. These were, like, a lot of the shows we get on these podcasts are 1 season in, or they're just 12 episodes and that's all you get. So
Matt, you need to get real stoned to get back into Promised Neverland, because you have a short attention span.
how would that? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I'm out of stuff at the moment. Yeah, but because of those first 2 episodes, I gotta give it an 8.5. I'm giving it an 8.5.
Word.
It was definitely
An
good.
8 out of 5?
Yeah, a 8.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah, we do decimals because fuck real numbers. But I did really enjoy it, and honestly, it's only gotten better. It's 25 episodes, so the slow start is kind of given-ish, maybe. I don't know. But either way, episode 3 and beyond, like, I'm already on episode, like, 8, so I keep watching it. It's really good. They got good suspense. The mystery is really what's alluring me. Because when he summons his genie, the genie can't talk. But you run into multiple, like, I've run into now 2 other genies that he hops out of the flute when he runs into the genie, and then he does this weird, like, dance talking to the genie, and they understand each other, but they're always, like, in the background. I wonder what they're saying to each other. I don't know. And then he asks the question, what's a Magi? What do I do? And he slowly gets different answers from the other genies. Magi is someone who picks kings, guides the people, loved by magic. They have this weird how magic works in their universe. Not everyone can do magic at all. But it's basically taking, like, using the power of life. So all of the past life, when you die, you basically turn into a golden butterfly that flaps around. They're called the rail, something.
You turn into a golden butterfly. That
essentially.
flops around.
Yeah, essentially. And he can see them, and they lead him to shit, and it's a very unique story. I'm really liking it a lot. It's a definite. I mean, honestly, if I was going by the show on a whole, it would probably be a 9.5 at the point I'm at. I'm very curious what's going to happen in the next episode, though. Because Alibaba's been absent.
I mean, you can give it that 9.5 because we've done reviews on more than 3. So.
All right, the initial review is an 8.5 just because of episode 3. If episode 3 didn't pick up and it took till episode 4, it would get even lower. Like I'm saying, those first 2 episodes are boring.
Well, you
So
probably
is that
wouldn't
how
have.
we did it?
Well, no. I don't know why Fats is doing it like that because we always just review what we watched of it.
Okay.
We always said it's
But,
a first impression show.
Well, yeah, and if your first impression is I watched all of it, that's
Wow.
what your first impression is.
Well, I didn't watch all of it. I'm 8 out of 25. Yeah, it's a really good show, though. It's very suspenseful. Predicting what's going to happen is kind of fun. And it's all out, so definitely watch it. Check it out. Anime
I just
Aladdin
might.
Cross the Lost Airbender. What?
I just might.
Yeah. I think you check it out. It's got all the key aspects. It's got unique characters. It's got a surprisingly decent amount of gore. Not that much to like extreme levels where
It's like
people's
shonen
arms are getting
gore.
cut off. But yeah, you know, like this, like I said, the one guy was basically cattle prod stabbing this guy to go through, and he was a mute, and then he ends up talking. It was badass. Episode 3.
You think PETA would have an issue with that tiger scene?
Maybe. Hey, want to know a fun?
Tigers are endangered.
Want to know a fun fact about those tigers? They had venomous fangs that could kill a person in one scratch.
Yeah, it said so in the clip.
It was dope. And she just wrecked him. She got super inspired and saved this girl. It was great. And this one douchebag bandit slave merchant who wore like lipstick and shit. Yeah, he got what was coming to him. Fuck that fucker. Overall, really good. I like it.
Good. What are you giving me now? What's this shit?
You're getting Midnight Occult Civil Servants. It was just first episode came out in April of this year. But this is your trailer, so it's in the chat. And let's take a look at this. It is an English preview, but it is what it is. No, it's
No, it's
not.
not a
Oh,
simul
I thought it was an English dub. Maybe I found a different one at the last second. Huh. Special Division.
This just looks like a Japanese version of the R.I.P.D.
Could be. Yeah, they look like they're kind of like detectives.
I don't know. This trailer is not quite selling me. It looks a little dumb.
Does look dumb, but the synopsis was alright.
Style is kind of bland too.
Yeah, it doesn't look all too fantastic.
Maybe it'll be amazing.
Well, I mean, like, when I say look, I mean look. Like, the animation doesn't seem,
It doesn't
Like,
seem
it
primo.
seems standard, like not very special.
I'm curious when this trailer.
I hope
came out.
there's
Oh,
not a
April
lot
3rd.
of the fucking angel people in there, and that's the whole thing, because that'd be pretty lame. I hope it's like, because it made it seem like it was going to be like a Monster of the Week kind of thing, which might be kind of cool if they do it like that.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I mean, we'll see.
We'll see. Oh well. But I mean,
I think,
something.
it's time for our special guest to do his special review.
Special review. Boo, 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 boo. Sketchnote was
boy.
awesome and actually was given an assignment and watched a shit ton of it, I think.
Yeah,
I
because
am
we actually
currently caught up with
yeah, because we actually booked a guest a week in advance for once.
it.
Yeah, that's very true. So we got Demon Slayer. Take it away, Sketch.
All right, so basically, the story takes place, I would say, in either Edo, Japan, like in that era, or just the era after. The main character is a boy who lives with his family in the woods, high in the mountains, and demons exist. They are a prevalent force of nature in this world. They are not mere fables.
Okay.
He comes up from the mountains after selling some goods to find his family completely and utterly slaughtered, except for his older sister, who is barely alive. And as he's going to rescue her, take her to a doctor, she turns into a demon.
Oh, fuck.
So there's that spin on that.
Was that
Doesn't
like
want to kill
the
her.
first episode?
First
Yeah.
fucking episode.
That is hardcore as fuck.
That's the only episode of this I watched, and I was almost blacked out drunk, so I barely remember that.
Yeah. He has a very acute sense of smell, so he knows what the attacker smells like, and that's important for later. A demon slayer shows up and pretty much prepares to kill the older sister, but the older sister actually retains a bit of her old memories. Doesn't want to attack the older brother. So they have a partnership, more or less, and the demon slayer saw that they were different, so he sends the boy and the older sister to his mentor so that the boy can learn to become a demon slayer.
The animation
can-
reminds me of Food Wars.
Not really. I'd say this one is a bit more unique than Food Wars. If
No,
you
but
notice,
when
like,
they
their
do,
eyes
like,
kind of
the,
like octagonal. It's kind
that
of
They
was-
do like the close-up of the one guy. It looked like a Food Wars thing.
A boy who is raised by wild boars? What?
Yes.
I don't know what that is about.
It's the boarhead guy.
I have yet to see that in the episodes. I do with the boar head.
Really? It's in the trailer.
Maybe
It
they just haven't
it just
shown
said
that
a boy
episode.
raised by boars. Or
I mean,
something.
it is still releasing.
Yes, it is still very much coming out every week, and I'm keeping up with it.
How's the gore? It looks gory as fuck.
It's got blood, but it's not gory.
Okay, gotcha.
Except
one of
the first scene where his family's slaughtered. That one's pretty
Like
rough.
it's a brutal scene, but it's not a gory scene. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
kind of
if
like what I
there's
was saying
gore,
with Magi.
There's
where
got to
it's
be
like,
guts, dismembered limbs, and all that.
I
Right.
can get you there. Yeah, like Magi didn't cut anyone's arms off, but
If there
people
was
got
one
stabbed.
caveat with the show, it's definitely for the lack of gore. That's just
Mm.
my opinion, though.
That's fair.
I mean, shonens usually only take it so far. Really, I think Hunter x Hunter is the one that kind of pushed it the most.
Hisoka lets his arm get ripped off.
Just for a performance. But the only way demons in this world can be killed is by using a special katana that is given to demon slayers. So that's why it was necessary for him to become one, because he couldn't take revenge for his family without getting that sword.
Is there like a test or something?
There is a test. He had to like train for 2.5 years, I think, and then demon hunters have to take like an aptitude test in a forest full of demons. And if they can survive 3 nights, I believe, then they become official demon slayers.
Shit does sound cool.
Well, coolest thing about their katanas is that it's a special ore that changes color based off of the user.
Oh, that's sick.
So the different colors reflect their strengths and personalities.
How's the OP?
He gets a black katana, and black katanas are sort of...
the opening music. I mean,
I'm hearing it
sorry, I
right
thought you
now.
were
It sounds alright.
yeah, I can't hear it.
I usually skip the intros, I'm not gonna lie.
I usually give it at least one listen just for these reviews, because I do factor it into the review usually.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, didn't say it. Magi's opening. It's not bad, but it's not Asuka.
Yeah.
So it's
Demon Slayer's intro is okay, but it's not a banger. It's not like when Hero Academia's new season comes out and you're like, yeah, I want to listen to this.
Quick aside, can we talk about how much the new One Piece opening sucks dick?
The new One Piece opening?
Yeah.
I like it. What are you talking about?
What, really? This is my least favorite by far yet.
Really?
That's surprising.
Yes, we have superpowers. Meow, 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 meow.
Even if the lyrics don't mean a heck of a whole lot, it's still a banger.
No, it is definitely not. I hate it.
I love it.
That's differing
it's definitely
opinions.
my least favorite so
That's
far.
fair. That's what we get.
For sure.
That's what we need on this. Ha!
But
What
that-
up,
but
Rachel?
That's funny.
What's good, Rachel? Welcome to the stream. I'm trying to find. That's.
Looking for something.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just
My
keep going
favorite.
on Demon Slayer, but I'm just I'm making sure to save links to a WordPad so I can put them in the description of the podcast.
Ah. Yeah, Demon Slayer. My interest is definitely still keeping with it. I would give it, honestly, with the 9 and 10 episodes I've seen, like a 7.5 if we're doing decimals.
Okay.
I would give it like a solid 8 if it was just a tiny bit more gore.
That's I feel like you probably have a stricter anime review system than I do. I give out 10s like a fat kid grabs candy in a candy shop.
See, I don't know if it's just. I'm starting to think I just give Fats a lot of gold.
It's possible.
I think I just find some really decent anime.
That, and I think you probably put a little more time into it than I do.
I mean, I have so much spare time at work, it's ridiculous.
Literally, if I get
I
caught...
work 12-hour days, and half my day is me sitting and waiting. So,
Yeah, mine is if I get caught with my phone on my desk or anywhere not in my drawer at work, I get yelled at. Not allowed to have phones. It's literally solely because of the fact that cell phones now have picture capability and video recording. So it's just,
Yeah, I
we
know.
work for law offices and shit. So
I know why it is,
yeah,
but
you can't
that
do it.
sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. It's an alright job, though. I'm not bitching too much.
You could still listen to like podcasts and shit on your computer, though, right?
I could, but the problem is like, for some reason, like, there's like a T-Mobile fucking call center and everything right next to us, and I am in the void. Like, I literally can't even make, like, until I get to a reasonable distance on my way home is when I can make a phone call without it being all fucked. I don't
No, I
understand.
mean, you have a work computer, don't you? Open up a tab with YouTube and fucking plug in some headphones in.
That does not work.
What do you mean?
IT will stop you and half the shit's blocked. And if you go somewhere you're not supposed to, they know, and you get a bitchy email.
Yeah, but why do they give a shit if you listen to a podcast while you're punching numbers in your...
Well, the thing is I can. I have Spotify Premium. I just have to download it in advance because, like I said, when my phone's sitting in my desk on the 3rd floor of this building just eats all my...
So why do
connected.
they not care if you listen to music and shit off your phone, but they do if you do it off of the work computer?
The phone has to be in the desk.
You're not answering my question.
What?
Why do they care if you listen to music on your computer, but they don't if you listen to it on your phone? Wouldn't it make more sense for them to let you listen to music off of the computer, so you wouldn't have to even have your phone?
No, because that would slow down the network, and it also is you can't trust people. So if they have access to YouTube or any other sites, they will not be working. They will be looking at shit. That's just how it is in offices.
I mean, I've worked in a couple offices. They weren't quite that strict.
But how long ago?
Within the past 4 years.
Yeah, when I was working at my dad's company and shit, like, he didn't give a shit. But, like, many other places, like, they got blockers and shit. You can't go to YouTube. I technically have a workaround, but it's still monitored, so I just get bitched at eventually. So, but, like I said, phone's in the desk. I have Bluetooth headphones. I can listen to whatever I want as long as I download it ahead of time. So, maybe I'll get into the podcast game. I've been finding some weeb music that I've been loving on Spotify.
Definitely check out Legion of Skanks. They have me cracking up at work, dude.
These are a podcast?
Yeah. They brand themselves as the most offensive podcast in the world. And they
See, I
definitely
feel like
live
that's
up to that
your
name.
humor, not necessarily mine.
No, it's
I don't
just
like
good
offensive
humor
shit.
that is offensive.
I don't like offensive shit.
I mean, clearly you've never heard of Sleepycast.
It's just good humor that is also offensive.
Fair's fair. You have brought it up before, so maybe I'll check it out. It's hard to say. I really like music. Music gets me through the day. If I'm listening to people talk, it's just going to distract me.
See, I tried to do music for a while, but I work a 12-hour day. So, like, even...
See, music for you wouldn't work. You're, like, half the time you're waiting.
Yeah, and podcasts
So, like,
are, like, 2 to... Why I'm always listening to something. Like, I don't have to take my headphones off to work.
I'm listening, like, super Japanese weeaboo music, right? Like, and I am doing shit that I have to double and triple check all the time. Like, a lot of the music I listen to, I can't even fucking understand. Like, it goes back to my, like, school days. Studying and shit, listen to music without vocals. So you're not... It's just kind of background noise. But, like, I know if I'm really, like, listening to something else... Honestly, Brandon distracts the fuck out of me at work. Just by trying to talk to me all the time and shit. And it's like, you know, we're at a point where we can't be fucking up at the moment.
Well, podcasts are great for me because they're between 2 to, for the longer ones like Joe Rogan, sometimes up to 4 hours at a time. So you listen to, like, I don't know, 4 podcasts, and it gets you through the day.
Yeah. No, I got you. I just have to think too much. I just get distracted.
90% comedian shit.
Nice. Yeah, I'm curious about... I used to try to listen to, like, gaming podcasts and shit, but I was like, music.
Nah, because I can see a lot of shit being very boring in podcast format. Hopefully we're not.
Yeah.
But...
Nah, we're the fucking best podcast around. Are you kidding me?
Comedy definitely works in a podcast format.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, you could just listen to a stand-up routine. You don't need to see the guy. Unless he's doing very animated shit on stage to make the jokes work.
Imagine getting like the top quality comedians in the world, and it's just unscripted and kind of off the cuff, and you just get to hear them talk for a couple hours.
I honestly think that sounds dope. That would be good. But like I said, distractions.
Like Bill Burr. Bill Burr's podcast is so like mundane and everyday, but he makes it hilarious somehow.
Bill Burr. That guy is awesome. Very awesome smoker voice. Anything else about Demon Slayer before we shove on?
I just found it hilarious that during the Demon Slayer test, there are a couple that survive the test as well as the main character, and one of them is played by the same voice actor as Bakugo, and the main character is played by Midoriya. And they're the exact same fucking characters.
Remind me who those people are.
The main character is Midoriya, and the guy with the ponytail that survives in the test.
Who's Midoriya?
Who's Bakugo?
Midoriya? You don't know who Midoriya is?
Just the name. The names aren't ringing a bell.
The green guy, the main character of Hero Academia.
Oh, yeah, I don't watch My Hero Academia.
And Bakugo's the explosive, angry blonde.
Right, yeah, now I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I still need to catch up. I really want to watch this show.
I don't.
I've been recommended to it by way too many people not to give it a chance. I
I
know you're very anti-hero.
I will give
Hero
Academia a solid fucking 10 out of 10, my guy. It is hella good.
I gave it its fair chance. It didn't hook me.
I haven't tried it yet.
I gave it more than its fair chance. I gave it more than a season.
Entire first season.
I gave it 2 seasons.
You watched 2 seasons?
You didn't catch after the second.
How do you watch 2 seasons and say you don't like it? How did you even watch that many?
I don't know.
Boredom?
That's unfortunate. All I can say is you're missing out.
It sounds
I fell
good.
off of it.
I need to catch up.
I don't know.
Is it still weekly or did they do seasons? I think they do seasons, right?
They do seasons, but they're on hiatus right now. Season ended a while ago, so right now we're just waiting for the next season to come.
Is there any date out there, or are they just coming sometime in the future?
Good question. I haven't actually checked up on it. I've just been kind of waiting patiently.
I've been waiting for season 4 of Food Wars.
Season 4
Don't
release date.
tease me
October.
about that. It's October?
Coming out.
You know that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It says so. I looked up Hero Academia
That's-
season 4. It says October.
Food Wars is speculated to come out in the fall as well.
Okay.
Oh, so be prepared for October. Fuck.
October.
Speculated.
Oh, the dawn
Nothing
is
official.
coming. Okay. Gotcha.
So
yeah,
Mike,
so
do
by
you
October I have
have
to
an anime
rewatch
to
all of
review, or can I bring up one more question?
Yeah,
you
go
can.
for it.
I
Absolutely.
do have an anime
We got-
review,
just
but you can
spit
still
the
do
shit,
that.
man. Go for it. We got time.
What about One Punch Man? Have you guys talked
Oh,
about that
it's
already?
so good. I can't because MicSpam is saving himself for the whole
What?
season so he can binge watch it. I'm watching it every fucking week. It's so good right now.
Ah, come on, Mike.
I cannot wait for this
I'm
week's
holding
episode
off.
too. It's gonna be so good. Saitama shows up.
Do you know how long the season's even gonna be?
Probably like 12 episodes.
I'm assuming it's 12 episodes, so it's honestly almost done.
We're on like episode 11 now,
Yeah.
right? Or episode 10, I think.
No, I think we're on 9. We're only on 9. I looked for it yesterday. It was,
No, because it comes out on Tuesday.
Okay, didn't know that. I just randomly check throughout the weeks because.
Oh, we are on episode 9.
Yep.
Okay.
Saitama just showed up.
I heard
Oh
you
my
calling
God.
for help.
I know. Oh my god. I love that character. And I love how they turned him into a little bitch boy. And I'm sorry, I don't want to. Yeah, Tsuruyu. And I don't want to spoil too much more for Mike's fan, but Tsuruyu is a badass and then he's a bitch boy. And that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
good. The only thing that kind of sucks is you could tell the animation is different. Like they switched studios, but that's fine. It's still fun to watch.
I was gonna say it's not bad. The story's fantastic. They did well so far. And honestly, the Tsuruyu versus so good. Where he's
I
trying
might
to
have to rewatch the first season. I feel like it's been so long.
I know I've watched that first season at least 3 times. It's just
I
so
watched
short
it
and it's
once.
so good. It's just
I'm glad that we finally get to see the animated form of Fubuki.
yeah, right? Oh my god. This shit is gonna be bonkers. I literally the next episode's gonna be freaking the shit.
I'm probably gonna watch episode 9 after we're done here.
Yeah, it comes out today, so yeah.
It's already out.
Oh, nice. Nice. That's gonna be a good
I have
one.
a website that I watch it on if you wanna get it.
What do I watch it on? I always just once I find a show on a site, I just go to Control H history and go to the site I found it on, and I just type in One Punch. Oh, and then I accidentally hit an F button and it brings up some control thing. Hang on. What do I watch this shit on? I think I watch it on Game Revolution. Oh no. Darkanime.stream. That's what I'm watching on, I guess. What a site.
I watch literally everything on one website.
Med's Kiss.
Yeah, because anime's the shit.
I use Crunchyroll for the official stuff.
Oh, because you
fuck
have
Crunchyroll.
it. You have the premium or whatever.
Yeah.
I had the premium, but they wouldn't let me cancel my subscription, so I had to blacklist them from my debit card.
Damn,
Yeah,
that's fucked up.
I know.
How does that even happen?
I went, okay,
Ooh.
unsubscribe from premium, and then it would bring me to a page that said, you cannot unsubscribe from premium at this time. Return to menu.
Uh-huh.
We already have your information. You're fucked. Just watch
I'm sure that
anime
if you
all
just edited
day.
your payment information, you could have simply stopped the auto renewal system from being able to do its job.
Oh, that's true. That would have been a good idea.
I just went to my bank's fucking website and blacklisted it.
Seems like a roundabout way of solving the problem, but whatever works.
Hey, man, if it works, it works. That's what I'm saying. That's like how I watch my anime. Fucking Google searches. Scrolling
So now
way
I
down.
only watch it like a real American, illegally.
I thought you were going to say in the English dub.
I thought you were gonna say in the nude. No, I was more hoping you would say that.
Well, two out of the 3 things that were said are true. But
Let's
which
play
one?
a game.
I have a friend of mine who refuses to watch anime in Japanese because he doesn't want to read the subtitles and see what's happening on screen at the same time.
Some people
Dude.
can't. Some people are retarded.
Yeah, they're just too fucking slow.
No,
and that
I
makes
think
them
some
stupid.
people are stubborn. Is their problem?
Well, there's that, and then some people are also retarded.
I don't know how you can't watch it. Like
I
do you
don't
not
know,
have
man,
peripheral
I can't-
vision? You just
Like what?
you can't read
I can't
fast?
read the text and look at what's going on in the thing, and this, and that, and I just have trouble reading that fast.
Okay.
If you're that person,
If
I'm
you have
sorry, but you have a low IQ.
If you have trouble reading that fast, I agree. You really do have a low
like
IQ. Like, it's not that fast.
I'm not just making that up either. That's a very common
No,
excuse
people are
as
like-
to why people don't like sub.
It's like when you're in school and it's your turn to fucking read, or another kid's turn to read, and they are reading like this.
Oh my God, that brought some-
Junior.
Yeah, that like pissed me off.
I got
Reminding me
actually
about how
fucking
retarded. I'm just sitting there, I'm like, just read the fucking shit. Like, they would be
Like, they
like,
have to read
if
a
you
full
don't read
fucking
it fast
paragraph.
enough, we have to read it on our own afterwards. So fucking read it! Jesus! Oh, God. Yeah, but you're an exception, Rachel, because we love you. Oh, man. I am honestly looking forward to fucking Demon Slayer. I really want to check that out. But I might be a little hooked on Magi just because that last episode ended on such a fucking spoiler. Or like a cliffhanger. Like, you really want to watch that
It's
shit.
okay, Rachel. At least you're attractive.
One slap in the face point for MicSpam. Don't worry.
I
Rachel.
had to. I
You
couldn't
really
just
should.
leave it hanging.
Oh, God.
I couldn't just leave it
She
hanging.
even comes out like, I missed you. Oh, it's sweet.
I missed you too, Rachel. You should pop into the podcast for fun.
Mm-hmm. So now, Sketch.
Rachel's been watching anime.
Very nice. Yeah, she has been. That's awesome.
She's the newbie.
The scrub. But Sketch.
Uh-huh.
Normally, after the review, you suggest something for other people to watch. Do you have anything?
Have you guys seen Overlord?
Yes. I need to catch up on that second. I watched the second season, but the third season's out.
Yeah, Overlord's great.
Huh. I know you guys prefer.
I
the
think
darker,
Overlord was a
grittier
10.
anime.
Honestly, after 46 episodes of podcasting, I've watched a lot of different anime, and as
Yeah,
Mike
we
Sam
watched a lot
alluded,
of shit.
he alluded to a couple podcasts ago that my taste has definitely changed. I've seen a lot of
In
stuff.
what way?
I mean, there's certain shows that really have hit the
Our-
mark that
I
are
thi- I
not
think our
in the
taste has
normal.
evolved.
I mean, like
And-
I've gone through, like, it used to be Shonen Boy. It was Naruto, then it was Bleach, then it was Hunter, Full Metal Alchemist, yeah, all that, and I needed those long ones, and they were already out. I did binge the crap out of them, but at the same time, that was kind of my experience. Then getting a lot of these shorter shows over the years, I mean, you really kind of get a taste for what anime can do. There's a lot of different avenues they can do just because you're able to draw essentially what's happening. You can make a lot of fictional shit that would probably suck in like CGI and shit really awesome. Like, and honestly, a lot of the anime does use CGI.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Inuyashiki
Like,
is
they can.
fantastic.
Oh, actually, that's a point I wanted to bring up for Demon Slayer. They
Ah.
do use a slight bit amount of 3D modeling, but they do it so fantastically that you can't even fucking tell.
There have been a few shows lately
Some shows
who have been
flip
doing
that.
that really well. But there have been a lot of shows lately who have been pulling that off really well. Tanya did that a little bit as well.
Yes.
I don't recall it happening in Tanya. I just rewatched it like a month ago.
That was so good. We
Oh my
just
God.
watched that.
Yeah, it was given that last week as an
so
assignment.
here's my suggestion then. If you haven't already seen it, watch Isekai Quartet.
Let's see it.
Since
I'm
I
gonna
mentioned it in the
trailer.
Discord earlier. Basically, it's a 10-minute like episode series of Overlord, Tanya, What a Wonderful World, and ReZero, and like all these characters getting transported to the same world where they have to live out a school life. But it's
Is this
funnier.
like a
than that
fan made
sounds.
thing or like a
No,
chibi?
Yeah, it's kind of chibi, but it's official. It's not like fan made.
What
so it's like
is
legit.
this? This looks great.
What the
It's
fuck?
Ainz.
Little mini Overlord
Little
Little
guys.
mini Ainz.
Yeah, Einzungo.
His name is so
Oh,
fun
and
to
there's the
say.
like Blasty Mage from the show that I gave you.
Megumin.
Yeah.
Nah, I gave you that show.
I did not watch Explosive Mage.
Which one?
It's the Explosive Mage girl.
Yeah, you did.
I gave it to you.
No, I definitely gave that to you.
I did not watch.
Because you watched it wrong. You watched the second season first.
What?
Regardless, both of you have seen
I'm
Conan.
telling you. I promise you. I could find the podcast.
All right.
That was the one that you watched the second season first.
Damn it. I'd like to say that you're wrong, but I can't really disagree because I have no memory of the show.
Where the guy
man.
steals panties or whatever?
You mean
Wait.
Cosmo using his steal technique to steal panties?
Yeah.
Did I watch that?
You definitely watched it.
I really don't know.
I haven't. I still have it on my anime list of shit that I give you.
Oh, look, there's Tanya the Evil.
Yeah.
Tanya
Okay, I might check this shit out. This looks
It
interesting.
combines the worlds of Tanya, ReZero, Overlord,
It sounds awesome.
Konosubarashi all together.
Fuck yeah.
That's like probably the first chibi show that I would consider watching.
There actually is a bunch of little like OVAs in that same exact style of animation that Tanya and Overlord has.
Tanya is like my new favorite anime character. I love her so much.
Did you see the movie that came out?
No.
No.
Real, though.
I couldn't
Is it,
find
like,
it online
after?
anywhere.
Is it after the show or is it in the middle of it? What is it?
I think it's after.
Okay, that's good
The
then.
movie only
Then I will
came out in
definitely watch
theaters,
it.
like last month.
Yeah, there probably won't be a rip online until the Blu-rays come out.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes
I was
It's
thinking
probably
about
in like November.
I'm glad you saw that.
But I
though.
can't
That
wait
was an
to see
easy
when it
10.
comes
What
out.
would you give Tanya the Evil sketch as a score?
Easy 10.
I'd give it a 9.
Nice. I mean, I feel like that's high on Sketch's radar. I feel
Yeah,
like.
Hero Academia is 10 for me, but Tanya is definitely 9.
All right, here's
Tanya
a
was an easy 10
bold
for me.
here's a bold statement. What are your 10 Sketch? You could name
Well,
like
I've already
3 off
said
the
Hero
top of your head.
Academia.
Hero,
especially.
obviously One Punch, or One Piece. Sorry.
One Piece, yeah.
Well, One Piece is weird because I'm a huge fan of One Piece, but I understand that it has major faults. I love to watch it, but it's not perfect.
Yeah, but if the faults don't come until if you've watched that much, you're in.
I'm gonna be right back for just a second.
Well, it's because of the whole time skip thing, you know? Everything after the time skip just sort of derailed the fans, you know?
I don't know about that so much, because the time skip made sense, and it actually gave them a convenient way.
Power up.
And it was worked well into the story. There was a very significant moment that led to that time skip.
It's not necessarily the execution of the time skip, it's what came about it, like the way the characters are designed, and then the problems that came after with the episode pacing, you know?
Well, I think, and
Was an arc that was like 180 something fucking episodes. Like, that's inexcusable.
yeah, but I like the Dressrosa arc.
It was a good arc, but there were way too many
They
episodes.
had like a whole. It was almost like single character arcs within one big arc.
Yeah, but like, it took 3 to 4 years to finish, man.
I mean, I watched it all in one shot. So, like, I didn't have to wait for it to come out.
Like,
Yeah.
there was a fucking game, like a One Piece, like Pirate Warriors 3 or whatever, that took place in the Dressrosa arc, but because it took so long to finish, they had to make up something at the end of the game.
Nice.
It's so bad.
No, I don't know. It's I guess it's just because I didn't have to wait for it to come out. You know.
I guess it's really different when you're watching it week to week, and like you get maybe 15 minutes of content because the rest is the intro, the ending, and flashbacks.
Well, hey, but the Big Mom arc wasn't terribly paced.
No, it was way less than the Dressrosa arc.
I
It's
think
probably
I
just
think
around
it
100.
was. Yeah, I thought it was very good. I thought the Big Mom arc was very, very good. And I really have high hopes for the Wano Kingdom arc.
Oh, dude, have you seen the trailer? The animation looks gorgeous.
No, I haven't.
Like,
Wait,
they add a whole style fucking changes. It's unbelievable. I don't know what's going on with that.
I'm ready to see what my man Zoro can do.
Oh yeah, dude. He's in the fucking land of samurai. He's gonna be doing some shit.
And what's his name? The Emperor there.
Fuck, Kaido.
Kaido, yeah. Kaido, like, I don't know what they're gonna do with that fight because they couldn't even take on Big Mom.
Ooh.
Technically, yeah.
I mean, they couldn't beat her.
Yeah, but she had a lot of forces. We don't know what Kaido's looking
Well,
like.
I'm talking one-on-one.
Yeah, but they couldn't really take the chance to fight one-on-one with Big Mom because Big Mom had all of her kids and the entire island of spirits at her command.
Yeah, I mean, Kaido's got an entire army of Devil Fruit users, apparently.
Oh.
Well, yeah, because of the whole Smile Factory thing.
Yeah.
He was making an army full of Zoan users. And that's why them destroying the factory in Dressrosa fucked him so horribly.
And they killed his first mate.
Right, when they were at Zo.
Yep.
It's gonna be good.
That sounds
Oh my
awesome.
God.
But I'm like
It's
800 episodes behind.
Not to
Oh,
mention,
you're
it's
way
gonna
over
be-
800 episodes behind.
Yeah. It's
Nah,
gonna
it's
be real
closer to
refreshing.
9 now.
Oh,
It's gonna
okay.
be real fucking refreshing seeing the other half of the pirate crew after a year
Absolutely,
of
yeah.
the same 6.
Although, I did like that the whole last arc was basically a Sanji arc.
Yeah.
Because Sanji was always my favorite character.
And now he's got more of a character arc than ever. Now
Yeah,
that
for
he's
sure.
been smoked Sanji.
Then Smoke Sanji, yeah.
Fun fact,
such a badass.
Sanji is one of the strongest characters in Jump Force.
Awesome.
Random fact. I'm just trying to play too, guys.
Hey, it's fine. We can talk about something else. We were just nerding out on One Piece.
No, I
It's
actually
fun,
like listening to your guys' nerd.
There's
nerd out.
definitely a lot of negatives to a show having like 900 episodes.
Yeah.
But the depth of story that you can create in that much time is pretty wild.
And there's like more than half the story left to go, or just under.
That's
Oda
it.
still has so much planned.
He's actually been quoted as saying he's about half done now.
What?
It's been
Yeah.
like 15, 20 years, man.
Yeah, 900 episodes. Yeah,
And he's
hopefully he
only
doesn't
about
die
half.
before it's done. Like,
Yeah, seriously.
Oh,
like,
then
we
he would have
can't
to
overwork
pass
him.
over the ending to like his son or some shit.
Something.
That would suck.
It's like that one animator in Naruto who passed away because of overworking. We don't want that shit happening to Oda, of all people.
Oh, that would be sad.
he's not putting out that sort of vibe like the Naruto guy was, though. He seems fine.
To be fair, he's not an animator, but he is like the main artist.
Yeah.
Ah.
But I feel like the pacing helps. They use a lot of stills. They definitely take shortcuts,
Yeah.
but the from the lack of animation quality, just the variety of the characters and the environments kind of makes up for it.
Honestly, like One Piece's animation is probably just a tad better than some of Dragon Ball Super's animation. Because you could tell like Super had some rushed animation in some of its episodes.
Well, no, at points, but at points, Super was exceptional and way better.
Oh
than
yeah,
anything
you can
One
tell
Piece
where
has
the
ever
budget
done.
went. You could
Oh,
tell where the budget went.
Well, it's widely known that they did change artists throughout like arcs and even during arcs and things like that. Yeah, it's definitely noticeable.
Oh,
But like any of the Ultra Instinct fights were so fucking beautifully animated, like way better than anything One Piece has done.
They had to. The Ultra Instinct fights were the epitome of the entire series. They had to animate it beautifully.
Yeah.
right. And how farther is he gonna take it? Ooh.
Well, if you watch the fucking
Super Ultra Instinct.
Yeah, if you're watching the fucking spin-off Dragon Ball Heroes,
I'm
which
not.
technically takes place after Super, but it is not official, not canon. Goku
After
trained with
Super?
the fucking...
It's
Yeah.
so. Let me. Can I just preface this?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not watching.
The show is it's essentially an advertisement for a Dragon Ball Super card collecting game in Japan.
What?
Uh-huh.
It's the storyline for this Dragon Ball card collecting game in Japan.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. I've seen clips of that.
It's
shit.
Dragon Ball Heroes. It's like a mobile or something. It's a game.
It's an arcade game. Arcades
Yeah.
are still like a huge
They
thing
have
in,
machines
like,
for it where
the
you scan
East.
your card and do battle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
You take that shit to the arcade and
So
you.
this show is the storyline from that game, and they put in all sorts of random shit like Golden Cooler and fucking
Cooler.
Super.
Super Saiyan 4 Goku from an alternate universe where he's a time patroller.
Yeah, and Vegeta, and they do Super Saiyan 4 Vegito,
Oh wow, with
It's
the
crazy.
Katara earrings.
and and all sorts of shit like that.
And
They
where we
do-
are currently with the current universe, Goku, he trains with the Grand Wizard. You know, like the ultra high wizard that's above Whis.
Yeah.
And he obtains this new Ultra Instinct power.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah, they're
That's-
just taking it and doing whatever they want with it, pretty much.
It
That
is
sounds
a
funny.
mess.
Yeah,
That
it
sounds
really
funny.
is.
It
It sounds comical.
for whatever fucking reason.
Wait, Vegeta definitely goes Super Saiyan 3 at some point, right?
I would have to assume so.
If
Not, there is a universe in that show where he has.
That's kind of cool.
Because what we've made certain from that canon is that there are multiple universes, an infinite amount of universes where anything is possible.
Now here's the
No.
thing.
That's a
There
fair
could be
way
a
to
fucking
do
universe where Raditz is the main character. Raditz and Goku swap places.
Fuck,
you know-
yeah, that'd be dope.
it.
I would
Raditz
watch
going
that.
Super
I would
Saiyan
watch
against
that.
Frieza.
I would
Super
for
Saiyan
sure
3.
watch that.
Would his
I would
hair
love
get
a Super
shorter?
Saiyan 3
Because
Raditz.
if he went
Yeah.
Super Saiyan, he would be a Super Saiyan 3 then.
No, I would say that Super
No,
Saiyan
what if
1
it
and
just
2
kept getting longer?
No, what I want is like
Fucking
Super Saiyan 1 and
Rapunzel.
2 is the same length, but Super Saiyan 3 is when it gets shorter. It's the exact opposite.
Oh yeah, yeah. And he turns
Nah, I
into
just
Krillin
like
when
to
he goes
think
Ultra
it, like-
Instinct.
I just like to think it all goes straight up.
Oh,
Just keeps
like
getting longer.
oh,
Like fucking Gon from Hunter, where his hair is just
or like
flowing upward.
number 4 from the Dragon Ball parody they did
Oh,
from Kids
God.
Next Door. Remember that?
No.
Hold on, let me get a.
Please
It's just
send
as
him.
ridiculous as I remember.
Oh, there you go. Oh my God! Are
Yeah,
you
just
serious
like that.
right now? that's fucking Raditz right
Yeah,
there as a
just
Super
like that.
Saiyan.
Exactly like that.
Oh my God! And then instead of the like, all right, he's Super Saiyan blue, so let's shorten it up again. No, it gets even bigger, and it's blue.
Eventually, it becomes as long as Shenlong.
And then
Oh.
when he goes ultra, like perfect Ultra Instinct, his whole body is just covered in hair. He's just a hairy
he
beast.
just looks like a big Super Saiyan hair.
No, that's it. Just cut off the body. He just
my God,
becomes
actually.
hair.
That could actually fucking work. Like, because there's a joke that people like to make, because Kami is in Japanese means fucking god and air, so that could work.
Oh my God, this is like the funniest image.
I wish I
should
knew how
use
to
this for the
animate,
pod.
'cause I would make this.
Oh my God, I should use this as the podcast image for the next one.
Yeah, you should.
It's fucking fantastic. Oh my God.
That's
That's
so
amazing.
good. Someone needs to make this.
Oh.
It was
yes.
a real thing that happened in an episode of Kids Next Door.
Oh my god, no, but we need to take it further beyond.
I'm gonna go Super Saiyan 8. The whole world
No,
becomes
no,
engulfed in hair.
it's all the same ones, but no matter what transformation it is, the hair is just bigger each time.
He goes great ape. The shit goes to like the moon. Oh my God, that'd be fucking fantastic.
Raditz
I
is
love
the
how
only
we
parasite.
always.
It's Raditz.
I love how we will
Yeah.
always hit Dragon Ball every podcast now. Always. It's like
Mostly ironically,
thing.
though.
Yeah, I honestly like this discussion. This one's a good one. Because usually it's like Mike's been proving something to someone else, like Krillin to Solar System Buster or some other shit. And we're talking like theories or something like that. Now this is just like, no. Raditz in Universe Omega 831 is the Super Saiyan of all hair. Beautiful.
Krillin could beat everyone in the Naruto universe at once.
Oh yeah, of course.
we
He doesn't
figured
have
that out.
fucking chi, so any genjutsu would be useless. He would just kick all their asses.
Or just blow up
Okay.
their planet.
You just
Yeah.
stuffed my last argument, you dick. Oh, you're right.
Because the whole reason about genjutsu,
Genjutsu is like, well, you could just
gave
fuck
the
'em.
entire Earth their chi. So if that person doesn't have chi, then none of their genjutsu works.
No chakra. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it also doesn't help when he can blow up your planet from space with a laser.
If fucking
That's also
pre-Frieza
just
era Vegeta could do that, like in the beginning of the Saiyan saga,
Yeah.
he goes to the bug planet and blows it up.
Yep.
Yeah.
If he could do that, then Krillin could do it too.
Krillin was confirmed that strong in the Frieza saga.
Yeah, that he was at least as strong as Vegeta when he went to Earth when he got the power up by Guru.
Yep.
That's crazy. But it's true.
so hilarious.
It's kind of ridiculous what they've done with power in that. But I
Could
love
you
that they're
imagine
going
if
up.
you lived in that universe? I wouldn't do anything but work out. If I could become a planet buster in like a year,
Just from lifting and studying on a turtle
just a
island.
shit ton of push-ups.
You'll be fine.
Push-ups, sit-ups, and plenty of juice.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
steroids too. Lots of steroids.
Saitama
Yes.
was definitely a planet buster.
Saitama is immortal, essentially. Nobody's
No.
pushed him in any
Well,
way.
Well, here's the thing.
Nobody.
Compared to other universes, he doesn't have any feats that put him above a lot of other characters. Like, I would put Naruto above him right now, because Naruto's blown through the moon. We've only seen Saitama make a big crater on the moon.
It's true.
But that wasn't even him being fully serious.
I was gonna say though, we've never seen the extent of
Like
Saitama's
Naruto
power.
had to do like a
And I-
fucking like tailed chakra bomb or whatever, using like every single fucking power up he's got. Plus, I think Sasuke's help with that attack.
Yep. Mhm.
No, what that was someone did something that released all the chakra out of his body at once, and it blew a giant hole through the moon.
That's sick.
I haven't even fucking. I don't want to watch Boruto at all. I
I'm
would only wanna
glad
watch
that
it
I
to see
watched
what
it to the
happened with
point.
the characters.
I'm just glad I watched it to the point I did because I saw probably the most epic fight in the series so far.
I would
unless they've
agree
done
with
something
that
more.
statement. I'm glad I watched it to the point I did. Naruto.
Boruto.
Nope, just Naruto.
Not even Shippuden, just Naruto.
Just Naruto.
Oh.
Ship
Fair
It
enough.
In was amazing, but
All I needed to see was the Lee versus Gaara fight, and that was good enough for me.
Oh my god, that's early.
That's
was
the
gonna
best
say,
fight in the series.
One of my favorite fights in this series is fucking Guy versus Madara. That was awesome.
I mean that. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, the 6 gates.
the
8 gates.
8 gates.
Eight
He
gates.
opened the last one, the Gate of Death, and he fucking did his insanity. Like he called it something stupidly ridiculous, like Elephant Strike or something.
No, it
and
was like the Red Tiger or something.
yeah, it was some animal-based awesome move, and it was fucking sick. And
I
then
think we can take one thing from this conversation, and that's that Lee and Guy are the coolest people in the series. And they act in the series.
They're the most advanced taijutsu users, and that's
Yeah,
just cool. Straight up
it's-
fucking kicking someone in the teeth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
like Guy was so powerful, he was punching air blasts just by punching at Madara and doing significant damage just by punching the air. That's how fucking advanced they were. They were basically making up ninjutsu through their taijutsu by punching the air. Like what was it? I can't think of the name. I know he had the Hirodora, but before that, he was doing like a Vegeta barrage of air fists where he heated the air so much it caught on fire or something. Was sending him at the shark guy. Oh,
Yeah, that was when he was fighting Kasame.
yeah, Kisame the shark dude. I like
He
shark.
did that with 6 Gate.
Yeah, I think it was only 6, and it was fun. One of the funniest parts of that whole Guy versus Kisame, he fights him like 3 times throughout the show. Every single time after the first fight, he runs into him, he completely forgets who he is. Every time.
Yeah, I know.
He's like, who are you again? Are you kidding me? You're the... He's just like, no doubt, but I'm gonna save everyone. Oh, and he busts
See,
out
everyone
another
can
gate.
say, "Oh, this edgy guy is my favorite character. This person's." No, those are the best characters in the series.
I will say it is sad to see Might Guy in a wheelchair at the end of it all.
He's fine. He'll be
it's
alright.
sad.
He'll be alright.
He's like a dementia wheelchair.
No, he's pretty
patient.
much like attached to that wheelchair. Even in Boruto, he still has it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
he'll be fine,
he's in. Yeah, I was gonna say I saw an episode Guy in Boruto. It was,
They're just setting him up to stand up one day and kick some ass.
Lee's pretty badass in Boruto, but I don't think did Lee have it? Oh yeah,
I want to know who the
Oh
hell.
yeah,
Metal Lee.
it's Guy Sensei Rock
Metal
Lee and
Lee.
Metal Lee.
I want to know who Lee fucked, man. Who the hell's the mother?
Dude, it's 1010.
Well, we can only assume it's 1010, but we don't know. There's
Did
never
he
any
not
confirmation.
mention that? I thought they did confirm that.
There's never been any confirmation, and it sucks.
That's sad. He just birthed him through sheer will, like he always does.
Like, he's such a man, he took a massive crap, and it became Metal Lee.
Now, here's something we should bring up. We should definitely bring up. How hard Lee must fuck.
Oh, yeah. He could just open up the 8 gates and make his dick like diamond.
Yeah, he probably kills people with that.
He could probably vibrate.
Yeah, just by standing, doing his like quick things. I'm almost thinking like the Saitama.
He uses the hidden lotus in bed.
Yeah, exactly.
Just wraps her in a cocoon of bandages and flings her into the air and slams her down. All right, now I'm ready. Oh, you gotta know, it's fucking Rock.
Lee's gotta
Lee.
fuck hard though. He's gotta give that good dick.
Just to give Rachel some context, I gotta find the Gara Lee, Rock Lee, yeah. And I'm just gonna, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm just gonna send it to Rachel. I can
Rock
put
Lee's
links
the
in my
guy with
chat.
the eyebrows.
Yes, and I accidentally put the dubbed one, so you're welcome. Fuck yeah.
Eyebrows guy.
Fucking before we get any other side, Mike's fam, what'd you watch?
Oh, I don't remember.
You watched The Last Witch, Shumatsu no Izetta.
I think I sent you a clip.
I pulled up the trailer, but I'll grab a clip too. Yeah, I pulled up the clip too. I got them both.
Yeah. It's a World War One thing. Where it's Germany.
Is it actually Germany?
Germania.
Okay.
Pseudo
so it's
Germany.
Yeah. But then it's like Britannia. Like it's just Britain. Like,
They just add the "ia" to the end of it.
I don't know.
Francia.
Yeah, Francia. Now you're getting it. And follows the princess of the small country that's being invaded by the Germans. Their capital is called Nouveau Berlin.
New Berlin.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's pretty on the nose. And it follows the princess of this small country that's being invaded by them. She gets kidnapped. She finds her childhood friend, who happens to be the last witch, locked inside of a container in the Nazi airship. Escapes, saves her, and joins her country in the war against Romania.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, in theory. But in practice, it's a very, very, very kind of lame, mediocre sort of input into this sort of genre that we've been watching lately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, your next one is not that.
Like, who can beat Tanya at this point in terms of, like, German girl witch warfare?
Yeah.
The thing about Tanya is she's the German.
She's not even, like, cool either. Like, she's not a good fighter. She doesn't know how to fight. It's just
She just has a lot of pride and bravery.
no, none of those things.
She just has a secret
She
power.
she has a lady boner for the princess and will do whatever for her.
Oh.
That makes sense.
And she doesn't know how to fight. It's just that World War I soldiers don't know how to fight against a magical being.
Hmm. So
And
she
her
just
magic's
wins by
not even
default.
like, yeah, and her magic's not even like cool. Like all you see in the first 3 episodes that she's able to do is like manipulate objects. So like,
is there any
she
scene? Does she pull a gun out of someone's hand and shoot him with it?
nope, nothing like that. Mostly she just like she just happens to be holed up in a medieval castle full of a bunch of medieval weaponry. So she gets a bunch of lances
Oh,
and throws them at jets.
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, but that's all she can do is pick up shit and throw them.
Do they allude to any further power, or is she just a telekinesis person?
No, it just kind of looks like telekinesis.
That's lame.
Yeah.
Damn
And
it.
she has to ride something like a witch's broom, too.
Ugh. Damn it, this looked cool. Why do it
I
suck?
don't know. The animation's not very good either. It's pretty average.
Hmm.
The OP's not
Maybe
very
I
good.
found another clip. Didn't I? You sent me one. I'm gonna find it.
Yeah, it's
Good as
like
word.
an anti-air battle.
Okay. Realism to war. How is it? And how's the gore?
It's very realistic to war, minimal to no gore.
Damn, that's what sucks. So I think war, that's what it's all about, was like you get the freak accident of like your friend just got blown up next to you and you flips a switch or you freak out, you know, kind of deal. Oh, and this
It's
is
like-
a land scene.
Yeah. It's like there's a real ass war going on, and then there's this bitch.
Is there any fan service?
Tons.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay, there's something at least.
So their story is kind of crap, but they've got tits. Is that the takeaway?
Nope. There's not even enough to make up for it.
I thought when you said she was chucking lances at planes, I thought it would be from the ground. That sounds way cooler than flying up with lances flying in a circle around you like there's some kind of like enemy gets near spell kind of deal. Dark Souls.
Excuse me for 1 second, fellas.
You're all right.
So yeah, not great. She's not like a badass or anything.
Personality wise, she's a pussy.
No, she just loves the princess. That's her only personality trait.
That's lame. Is it? Like during this fight, is she even saying anything, or is it just?
No, there's just some
okay.
music going on.
Fry true, and then just okay. That animation was alright, but it wasn't great. Yeah. Fuck that. What are you giving it?
4.
Damn. I suck, guys. I'm not good at giving anime. That's a bummer. I thought it was gonna be good. It sounded like it was gonna be good, but you know, you can go off synopsis, you can go off trailer, you can go off anything, and it looked tight. That's all I can really say. Sorry, my bad. I'll drink my.
All good.
So what are you giving me? What do I get? What's my punishment?
Huh? Oh, you're not getting punished.
Oh, I keep forgetting.
There you go.
These clips. Tsunami Black Lagoon. All right.
This is the trailer that was on Toonami. It was just a cooler trailer.
Okay, let me quick get these links in here because I'm missing some. So we got. I don't know what this is called. So
Actually, the English dub sounds good.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me grab. Oh wait, did I already grab that quick? Oh, I did. All right, we good.
If you would watch that, Rachel, you should watch Tanya the Evil instead because it's just a better version of that.
Yeah, I would 100% watch the saga of Tanya the Evil. It was good. All right,
Tanya's voice actor in English is Monica Rial, and it's not nearly as good. She sounds like a 40-year-old woman.
One of my favorite scenes though was her bypassing international law to do that child voice. Oh, that was hilarious. I'm talking about pushing you, Fats, but yeah, I'll hard pass on a 4. Ooh. He's a hostage? Oh, that's great. If he can keep his new coworkers from getting him killed. Oh, that's cool. I'm loving that chick right now out of everything.
Yeah.
She looks badass as fuck.
I've been liking the strong female protagonists lately.
They seem to be going strong.
Looks cool.
Yeah. Black Lagoon.
Well, Tanya was a 10, Rachel, so you should watch that.
Yep, Tanya's a 10. Easy. Watch it. It's godly. It's so good.
Saga of Tanya the Evil.
This is Black Lagoon.
Looks pretty dope, right?
Yeah, yeah. How'd you find this one? I have my sources.
Yeah.
It looks good. Looks really good, actually. I'm looking forward to that. That's gonna be dope. I'm still looking forward to more Magi shit too. Abso-fucking-lutely. Do you have any more anime topics on hand? Because I figured E3 is really the big tits.
Let me look.
God, I hate having to take a pee, but I'm gonna hold it for now. Oh, your phone's. Oh, you did that to look at your phone. We have a good 10 list, Rachel. What have you seen so far in our amazing 10 library of phantasm and amazingness?
See, they were making a Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark movie.
What? A Scary Stories what?
Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark movie.
I don't even know what scary...
What, the book?
Oh.
Everyone's read that shit.
No, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, with all the crazy artwork.
I'm back.
Never...
Sketch. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
What about it?
You know what I'm talking about immediately, right?
Yeah, it's a series.
Okay.
There's supposed to be like a TV show coming out, right?
A movie.
Movie, that's what it was.
Is it not coming 2019?
Has Fats never heard of this?
Never heard of it.
Because I guess it's lesser known to some people than comparison to like Goosebumps.
Were you abused as a child?
I watched Goosebumps.
Were you abused as
like,
a child?
When I was a kid, I heard of
school.
Goosebumps, but I've never heard of Scary Stories until later in my life.
Really? I had that shit as a child. They were the best. They were the scariest.
Did one of the books have like a skull with like a white background?
Nice.
They had all the best
Are You
artwork.
Afraid of the Dark?
Fats, pull up just pull up the Google image search for Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
I think I might have had one of their books as a kid.
I had all.
Yeah.
I have all three.
Yeah. Okay, no, I have that book.
No, not the movie. The book shit.
I have
I
the
just
book.
Googled Scary Stories in the Dark.
Yeah, but check out some of these images. These were in a children's book.
Yeah, I remember these.
Oh,
And it was the best.
damn.
Like they had some of the best grotesque horror.
For kids, no less.
Yeah, it was the best.
How is that for kids?
It is, and the stories were like the creepiest ones you could get, but they were still kid friendly.
They're also really corny. It's like where if you're telling it to someone, like it gives you instructions as to what to do, like
Yeah.
jump up and scare them or something.
Oh. This looks creepy as fuck, though. This creepy scarecrow-looking fat dude.
Yeah, that's Harold, I think, right? Something like that.
Oh my god.
I want to get the head from the first book tattooed on me. The big head growing out of the ground.
Yeah,
This one?
I remember the cover profusely.
Yeah, that one.
That looks creepy.
Ah, it's so good. And yeah, they're making a movie on it.
Wandla? What
Is it going to be as
Wandla?
campy as the Goosebumps movie?
I highly doubt it. Well, I sent the trailer to Fats in the Discord.
Oh, there's a trailer for the movie?
Yeah.
Ooh. Scroll down. Alright, let's see this.
It's like a Facebook link.
Oh, it's fine. Hey, look, I have a friend request I'll probably ignore.
Some people believe if we repeat stories often enough,
Ooh.
they become real.
If we repeat them often enough, they come real.
They make us who we are. That can be scary.
Eat it, Harold.
Eat it, Harold, you bitch.
You want to see Haunted House?
Some kids went missing, so they boarded it up.
Okay, we saw it. Should we go now?
Who ordered the chicken?
What's that?
It's a book of scary stories.
Guillermo del Toro.
Oh!
That is surprising.
Tell me a story.
Harold was written in recent blood? Oh, that's crazy.
It was Harold, that was right.
Hey, what's going on?
Tommy's missing.
Tommy's name was in the book. There's no way it's actually connected, right? Okay, what if what happens in the book is exactly what's happened for real? Oh my god. Andy!
Stella!
Listen, you're in the next story. We're reading it right here.
It's a corpse looking for her missing toe.
Oh my god! Holy shit! Corpse looking for a missing toe?
Yes, that's one of the stories.
They
It was
pull
always
all
just
of the
really
stories into the
Look
different
something up.
It's almost like,
You shouldn't have taken the book.
it's almost like,
We've got to stop it.
Show?
sorry, I got this shit. Jesus Christ, this is crazy.
Sarah Bellows' book.
Let me read you Harold the Scarecrow.
And it all
When it got hot in the valley, Thomas and Alfred drove their cows up to a cool green pasture in the mountains to graze. Usually they stayed there with the cows for 2 months. Oh, this is just the first page. I thought it was that short.
Okay, that actually looks sick. That looks
It's
really
Guillermo del Toro. It has to be like really good effects.
I'm looking
What has he
forward.
made in the past?
Because like the Goosebumps movie was
Everything.
like a Cartoon Network movie, so it was like really bad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Well, remember the Goosebumps series?
No.
Some of them.
No, I had
like the
the
books.
like VHS of some of
Oh wait, no, yes I do. I
I
do.
had
episodes.
like 2 of them. I had the puppet.
John
I had a
did a
puppet
review of
one.
them.
They had like the Mask episode. And
Can't forget the puppet.
Yeah, the puppet.
Ooh. This looks unique though. Rachel. Wandla. No, fuck you. Fuck you talking about the books. I just want to see what they look like. Alright, fuck Nerd with Glasses. It was a shit video. We tried. But it looked cool. That's awesome.
But yeah. Scary Black Cop Gobble.
In
Scary
the dark.
stories to tell in the dark. Looks pretty cool. I'm excited for it. It's nostalgic.
In terms of the horror genre, has anyone seen what is it? It's either Key or Peele. One of them made another horror movie.
Nah. I don't
Apparently,
watch a lot of what comes out
Dylan's been
anymore.
raving about it. It sounded really good. He made a movie, super funny comedian guy, made a horror movie, and it was amazing. Apparently, and now he's coming out with another one, which looks really good. They end up like going to this like house, and like something ends up basically stealing their bodies and playing them in real life, and I don't know if it captures them or what, but
You mean The Thing?
yeah, that. Except it's like they mimic all of them. Like they have copies of their whole family, and they go on this retreat, and it looks sick. That's all I can really say on the horror genre, though. I haven't really watched too many movies. Movies?
I don't watch anything new, really.
I haven't. Although I did watch Detective Pikachu, which was awesome. I did like it. It really was. It was good. I mean, it's not like 10 out of 10 must see, but if you're a fan of Pokemon and Ryan Reynolds, it's a good movie.
Would you say they were faithful to the series?
Not in the slightest, no.
One more thing.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's more like I don't know. They built like a fictional world where like outside of this city, everyone is, still is it's normal Pokemon. Pokemon are treated essentially as slaves. They're in Pokeballs. They're battling each other. Yada yada. This city has been constructed, and Pokemon and people live in harmony, kind of deal. And then Mewtwo's in it, which is dope. And
what I mean by faithful is like the facts that pertain to Pokemon are still the same in the movie. Like they did their research.
Yeah, I wouldn't say anything was wrong with it. No, I wasn't saying like they didn't make up shit or anything. They actually used some Pokemon that I never even seen from the newest games. So it's like, what the fuck is that? And Dylan's like, oh, that's this Pokemon. I'm like, how do you even know that? He's like, I know Pokemon, bro. I'm like, okay. But it is good. The story was good. Honestly, if it wasn't Ryan Reynolds, though, I think it would have not. It would have struggled to be good.
What if it was Danny DeVito?
Okay, that's just a whole different topic. Danny DeVito would have changed the entire movie, I feel. Hey, I'm a Pokemon! No, but it was good. I'd say definitely very family friendly, but it was a good movie. I got no qualms with it.
Last thing before we move to E3, I almost forgot they changed the art from that book recently. Or that series of books. For any new releases. To be more child friendly.
Why would they do that?
I don't know, especially because like the art it's so quality, like it's good.
Oh wait, so the one on the left is
the original,
and then the one on the right is the new one.
Yeah,
that's horrible.
Like they're just leaving the pet up to the reader's imagination at this point.
No, they're not. They're replacing it because new shitty.
The reveal at the end. I remember this story. It's They find what they think is a stray dog, like a hairless dog, and they bring it in the rain, and they take it to the vet, and the vet's like, "It's a rat. It's a giant sewer rat." And that's the reveal at the end. But like, the one on the left puts way more of an image of horror in your mind than the one on the right.
I was gonna say, why would you take that fucking thing home with you? It's a new dog. It has like a human face almost.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's a collection of short stories over 3 books. So for every short story, pretty much, there's some sort of artwork. And it's like, it's all great. But now they changed it, apparently, for the new releases.
That's
yeah, like, here's another one.
That looks terrible comparatively.
Here's another one.
Oh, that's so dumb. That's not even scary.
Wow.
She has a spider on her face. That one is like spiders are crawling out of her face.
Yeah, and that's what happens in the story.
That is so bad.
Did we see that in the trailer? Like, because I saw a scene of like a lot of bugs while this girl was cowering.
Yeah, I think they are gonna put that in. I think they were alluding to it.
Oh, that's dope. That sounds really cool.
Oh yeah, here. That was actually right below the one on the image search.
Bop, 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 bop.
Oh, whoops! I fucked up the link.
No.
Let me do that again.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, see.
Oh, she's
I thought
gonna
it was
have
like a gigantic hair that was coming out of her cheek.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, but
she's
if
legit
that
gonna have
moved-
spiders crawling out of her face.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Oh, that would be sick. In terms of an actual horror thing, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm shocked. Like, I thought everyone knew about that shit.
No, I thought, well, in the way that you thought everyone knew about that, I knew about Goosebumps. That's my
Yeah,
horror
but everyone
movie.
also knew Goosebumps.
I never knew that other one. No, never heard of that.
Reader beware, you're in for a scare.
I remember I liked the ventriloquist books. Those ones are great.
It's like the most well-known story.
What was the other, like, slightly more older aiming series that R.L. Stine came out with other than Goosebumps? He had, like, another series that was supposed to be for, like, a little bit older kids.
Tales of the Crypt?
No, it was
Is that
still an R.L. Stine series. Tales from a Crypt was just the, some show that was on, like, HBO or something. They had titties in Tales
Space
from a Crypt.
Cadets. He did Space Cadets, Goosebumps Series 2000.
Fights.
Give yourself Goosebumps. Special Edition Fear Street? Is something?
It may have been the Fear Street series,
Fear
yeah.
Street, New Fear Street, Super Chiller,
R.L.
Cheerleaders.
Stein's teen horror series are
I love that. It's cheerleaders. The first evil, the second evil, the third evil, the new evil. The evil lives.
Yeah, that's right. It was his Fear Street series that he made. That was like, it was Goosebumps, but geared towards like,
Teens.
instead of like a 8-9-year-old kid, it was like a 13-14-year-old kid.
They made him a teenager, you know. Okay. To be honest, never heard of those either. Sorry. I don't know shit. I'm sorry.
Well,
I
no,
was
that-
born in a
That
barn.
one's more understandable. It's like a spin-off series by the guy. I did a lot of reading as a child. It's like a spin-off series by the guy who made Goosebumps.
Okay.
That's more understandable.
Okay, I got you. R.L. Stine, though, that brought back memories. Yeah, I read a decent amount of those Goosebumps books. They're pretty good.
I think I read all of them.
I don't know. Reading took a lot of time. TV was there, you know, that kind of deal.
I didn't really have cable for most of my childhood, so I did a lot of reading.
That's sad and probably better for you, maybe?
Not sad.
Not really. I don't think it's sad.
I was fine reading. I was spoiled once I got a computer.
Oh, yeah. Anime. This is great. Oh, man. That's amazing. All right. Should we jump in to what happened this weekend?
I mean, you're going to have to let me know.
I was going to say, MicSpam's like completely out of the loop. I've only brought in only 4 things, but I did pull up these articles of everything that's released. So, you know what? Let's just jump through everything that's released from fucking E3 so far. Just before we dive into specifics. Nintendo was today. Nintendo Direct. What do we even got here? We got Smash Ultimate. Who do they bring? They brought in a hero character from Dragon Quest 11. Echoes of an Elusive Age. This appears to be. Okay. That's dope.
Yeah, that's who everyone wanted.
Yeah, it's like 4 protagonists. It's the unofficial Goku. I mean, Akira Toriyama made one of his works into Smash Bros. It's whatever.
I'm amazed, though, that they didn't do this earlier, but they are finally adding Banjo-Kazooie as the other character.
Oh, they are? I know one guy who's real excited for that.
Who's that? Or a guy at work or something?
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
People were making a bunch of tweets like the day before the Nintendo Direct, saying like what they'd do if Banjo wasn't announced at all during the E3. Whether
Yeah, I think I remember. I think I remember back when Piranha Plant was announced, we talked about this on the podcast, and everyone gave me shit because I said, you know, an obvious choice would be Banjo-Kazooie, and you're like, no, it's not even a Nintendo fucking thing. Whatever. They did it.
I still
Rareware
think it's
made the
bullshit that
64,
Waluigi
man.
isn't a character.
They fucking owe it to Banjo-Kazooie and Rareware.
They really do. Like, I mean,
They weren't
Donkey
even that
Kong's in
great
the
at
fucking
games.
game. I only really
Yeah,
played
but
the
every
first
single
one.
great game on the 64 was done by Rareware.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Whether
yeah,
you're
did not
talking
know
playing
that.
Banjo and Kazooie, Donkey Kong 64, Perfect Dark, you know, any of that shit, fucking Rareware. They did like the best games. Not to mention Conker's Bad Fur Day too. That's Rareware as well.
Oh, what
I
a
didn't
good
know
game. Fats, you should stream that. My phone
Conker's
died.
Bad Fur Day.
Yeah, I bet you could just get an emulator.
Oh, probably. Yeah, N64 emulators are easy peasy.
Weren't emulators like banned or something?
Really? That would be ridiculous. No, I don't.
I remember
think so.
reading something about emulators being taken off of the internet. Or at least this one particular website, maybe.
Yeah, just like they take anime websites down after a few months.
Man.
They just go into a different server and fuck.
Because it was like a really well-known website, though.
Oh, here's a
but
random.
there are
Here's a
plenty of
random
them.
emulator clip. Emulators aren't banned because they don't violate any law. ROMs violate copyright laws. So while it doesn't make sense to use emulators without ROMs, it is legal. You can get in trouble for downloading ROMs of games no longer sold and hosting illegal content. So the emulator itself isn't illegal. The ROMs that you download for it are. That's fair. It's a very
Just like how the bong isn't illegal until you smoke weed out of it.
August 28, 2018. Reddit post. Several weeks ago, Nintendo filed a lawsuit against the long-running emulation website Emu Paradise, obviously.
That's what it was. Emu Paradise.
Yeah, Emu Paradise got shut down. Honestly, I got really pissed because I had tried to get the old games when I had to reset my operating system. I basically reset my whole computer. And I lost
couldn't
my
get,
like
like,
Project
Wake Rescue or
60.
something.
Yeah, you can't get like Mario Kart anymore and shit.
There are
You
other
probably still could, in a way, but a lot of them it was a tough find to finally get it back. Steve ended up sending me the ROM that he had a copy of. You know, he just sent me a copy of it.
There are other websites.
I mean, yeah, but are they being shut down as well? It seems like it's a Nintendo
They're not
thing.
going to be able to shut them down as quickly as they can put them up. So
Very
it'll be
true.
the exact same as the anime websites that I illegally watch.
Very
Kiss
true.
Anime, every couple of months it goes from being Kiss Anime SI to Kiss Anime XYZ or something.
Yeah.
You know, it's just always shifting fucking servers.
Pretty much.
Nothing they can do about it.
Really can't. All right, moving on to Nintendo. Luigi's Mansion 3. Never played one. Not sure if that's something. Dark
Yeah,
Crystal,
it's
Age
shining,
of Resistance.
I think it's
Tactics,
shining
I don't know.
flashlights at ghosts.
The only thing in terms
Yeah,
of
he uses
Nintendo.
a vacuum cleaner to suck and defeat ghosts.
Yeah, that's kind of it. The only thing.
It was a really big game back on the GameCube, and it got a second sequel, or a sequel maybe a couple years ago.
It was
and
one of
people
the
were pretty happy about
GameCube
that.
like opening games, wasn't it? It
Yeah.
was like Smash and.
It was a
that
release
and-
title for GameCube, I think.
Yeah, you could get it if you bought like the Luigi edition or some shit. In terms of all this shit though, looking at it, I mean, I'm gonna skip the one that I'm obviously actually care about, because I don't have a Switch. I don't have this stuff. The Witcher 3 going to Nintendo Switch, amazing game. All I heard from it was people bitch so hard about the graphics it was laughable.
Because they're gonna fucking throttle the entire goddamn like system of the game just to fit it on the Switch.
Just to even play it. I know Witcher 3, like, if you have like 4K
It's
monitor
expensive.
and the most like up-to-date PC shit, your shit will still struggle. Like, that game is over the top.
Nintendo's doing it wrong, man. They need to go onto Steam and start contracting some of these fucking indie developers. and just come out with like mass amounts of like $5 to $15 games that you can play on the go on your fucking Switch. That's how they need to be doing it.
I think they're kind of
Some of
doing
those
that,
top-selling
but they're
games
just
are
remaking games that they already own.
Yeah,
They're
they're all they're doing with a lot of these games is just throttling down AAA titles that came out like 5-6 years ago, up to like Skyrim was like 10 years ago or whatever.
A lot of the main selling games in the Switch store are indie games. Like, you know, aside from the main Nintendo line like Zelda and Mario, Pokemon, you'll have like fucking Shovel Knight, Enter the Gungeon, Dead Cells, games like that are like topping the leaderboards.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, they need to lean into that demographic and sell the Switch more as a mobile device than a
Like
home
as a
device.
phone.
Because they try to claim it's like as good of a home console as it is. No, just market that shit as a mobile console.
Well, they
Because
do
it's
have
the
some
best
big
one on
names.
the market.
I would say probably, other than the Link's Awakening thing that I'm kind of huge on, is they did release probably one of their best games as a sequel trailer. Breath of the Wild's getting a trailer, and that game was, everyone and anyone who I've heard who's played it and the internet itself says that game is absolutely phenomenal, and I can't really disagree.
Yeah, look good for a
Steve
Zelda
literally got, like, there's a Wii U emulator that's really good out there. I think it's still out there, I don't know. And then, you know, Breath of the Wild is on the Wii U, so he played it on that and jacked it up with you know, PC shit, making the graphics insane. And then he liked the game so much that he fucking bought it on the Switch too. Like, he got it again. I'm like, why the fuck would you do that? No,
It definitely looks good. Like, it looks like a good departure from the typical style of a Zelda game that used to bore me.
It's
kind
like
of.
not anywhere near an old Zelda game. It's open world. It's straight up open world Zelda. You can go where, like, Zelda's always kind of relatively open world. No, but like, you can go, like, it's almost like Skyrim-esque where you can go wherever the fuck you want at the start. Now, Ocarina of Time, yeah, it had an open world, but you couldn't get to anywhere really until you got story shit. You're stuck in the forest, and you get to Hyrule Field. Cool, it's a big ass field, but only has like 4 exits, so it's like, it's not really open world. Like,
It was N64 open world.
Yeah, as good as it could possibly get at the time. I mean, I don't think anyone would argue that Ocarina of Time is an easy 10 in terms of game review. That game was a god masterpiece. Very long.
I'm not a big Zelda fan. I really don't like Nintendo, and I'll give Zelda that it was okay, especially for Ocarina of Time. But most of the games, in my opinion, were pretty mediocre for Zelda.
To be fair, they're doing it. They're like assuming and doing it like they did with Majora's Mask. They didn't change anything in terms of how it looks, how it plays, how the moves work. You attach items to your C stick. The only thing they added a little extra where you could turn into a Goron, you could turn into a Deku guy. But other than that, it was basically the same Zelda, just different story. It's kind of like how God of War did God of War 2. Nothing really changed. It's just another story, and it was awesome because the game was so good. What's there to change?
I think they added more weapons in the second one.
Yeah, they definitely changed shit and added to it, but it was still like the main core concepts and visual appeal were all the same. Like,
God of War 4 was a great departure from that, though.
That's a complete different. That took a long time to even do. The only other thing I could see in terms of Nintendo that even vaguely interests me, oh, okay, this doesn't interest me at all, but I guess Roger's really excited for it. Animal Crossing, New Horizons. Sketch, you seemed excited.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
What is that game?
Yeah, what is Animal Crossing? Why is it so good?
It's just a long line in the Nintendo series. It first came out for the GameCube and is just a very soft game to play, very casually, but
What
do you do? Is there a story?
It's like Neighbor Simulator is the best way to put it.
Okay.
What do you mean? I don't. You mean
it sounds
you,
like a weird version.
Like
of
there
The
isn't
Sims.
sit in your house and don't talk to them?
No, like you go out, you
Flip
do
'em off
chores,
through the
you
window.
talk to people, you make friends. It's a very calm game to play, and there's no like ultimate goal at the end. You just kind of keep playing.
It's kind of like a social aspect kind of game. Do you play it with friends, or is this a solo campaign?
Well, they made multiplayer a thing in like the last 3 games.
I gotta say, that doesn't sound like a game.
It doesn't
Well,
sound
no,
like me
it's
and
certainly
you would
got
enjoy.
its
It's
like
a
fans, but it's
social-
not for everyone if you're not looking for a very calm game to play. If it's boring, it's boring. If you like it, you like it, and a lot of people do like it.
Do I play
It's a
any
big-
calm games?
I don't even know that I do. I was thinking,
It's like people like to play Harvest Moon, you know?
would you
or
compare it to
fucking
The
Stardew
Sims
Valley.
in any way? That's what
It's
I'm
like
getting
Stardew
vibes
Valley,
of.
only without the farming.
Okay, that makes sense. That's actually a good.
Genital
assessment.
jousting's pretty calming.
Still haven't played that game. Oh, actually, no. I totally played it once. It was fucked up. Pokemon Sword and Shield is the other one.
I
They
guess
really
Shell
didn't
Shock.
do shit about it. They just teased the ability to use a Pokeball controller.
When are we gonna get like a full console release open world Pokemon RPG?
I have
It's called
no
Pokemon
idea.
Go.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was the.
I don't
game.
think that's
It
what
already
that
out.
is.
They keep evolving on it. I still have friends from my hometown back in Wisconsin that play it, so it's not like a dead game.
I don't know.
I thought Sword and Shield was supposed to be slight open world. I think they're like changing the way you traverse the world itself in the game. Because before it was like going city to city, and then in Sun and Moon they changed it to like islands, and now I think they're also making something different in the new games.
I just think they need to evolve it more than they are.
You're nice, Rachel.
As far as like how far that they're going with the animations and the like the setups. Like they don't have to make it look like an arena match or something. They could make it way more like RPG-esque. Like Skyrim-esque, like Pokemon Skyrim.
Oh, that'd be cool. That would actually be kind of cool if they did like an open.
If they start
world
steering towards that
style.
sort of thing.
Well, the thing is like, do you want to control
have
the
the
Pokemon, or
technology.
do you want to just, do old school Pokemon where you click the 4 moves? Can they really? I mean, they've done Pokemon stuff where you control Pokemon. I mean, it's in Smash. They have Pokken Tournament, and I don't know. Is controlling the Pokemon better than controlling the person controlling the Pokemon?
I mean, well, while they can do all this if they really wanted to, Pokemon is and always will be an RPG.
That's what I figured. I don't think they'll ever change that.
Like, if they
Right.
want to do something really that experimental, it probably won't be a main line.
Yeah,
game.
it won't be like,
Maybe a spin-off.
here's color, cyan, and
It'll probably be in
something
the
else.
similar state as like Pokemon Let's Go, Eevee, and Pikachu, like in that respect.
Oh yeah, that I heard wasn't great.
I don't know. I feel like they need to evolve it more. They could still have like the same mechanics, but I feel like they could go further with it.
I have been holding in this piss for a while, so I'm gonna play this Link's Awakening trailer and step aside for just a sec. This is actually the only thing I was really excited for Nintendo.
Oh, that's what he's talking about. Yeah, okay. I remember playing that before on I think the DSi or 3DS.
I was gonna say, is this new? Because that looks terrible.
No, they had like virtual copies you can get in the store for the Game Boy Legend of Zelda games.
Why is he playing this?
Because I guess he has fond memories of playing it.
Yeah.
Like, it certainly is a different type of Zelda experience.
I had a different gaming experience as a child. I moved to PC quickly. My shit was like RuneScape and Quake.
Yeah, I was definitely the opposite of that. I was Nintendo for a long time until my
All
folks
right,
got a
I have your
PlayStation 2 and then an Xbox 360 later.
This game is, for me, just super nostalgia. Super nostalgia. This was the first Zelda game I ever played and owned, and it was amazing. Absolutely, Rachel, we can help you out.
It was a
You
Game
just-
Boy game originally, right?
It was a Game Boy original game, and then they remade it for the Game Boy Color and didn't change a damn thing. And this game was just great. And now they have this weird create a dungeon system, which looks interesting. Okay, that seems kind of cool. Then you throw in enemies, so that's neat. I just mostly like the reimagined version of the old game. Like I loved it. It was a really good game.
Is it the same engine as the what was the last 3DS Zelda? The Tale Between Worlds or something? It's like you could turn into a painting and go on walls and shit.
Oh yeah, maybe. I mean,
Looks like it's
coming
using the same type of engine.
It's just it's like I love this game. I really loved this game as a kid. I played it for hours in the car and anywhere. Like this was
that's what it was.
game.
Link Between Worlds.
It was so good. You saw this on E3. Nice, Rachel. That's awesome. E3 was pretty dope this year.
There were some cool things, but Nintendo definitely took the show with its entire presentation.
That's
sure.
That's
before there was Borderlands 3, Keanu Reeves was Cyberpunk, Halo maybe,
Halo.
And then there was that one Japanese game director who showed her game, and everyone's just fallen in love with her.
Borderlands 3 is the hype.
I was gonna say
those
I'm gonna
are like things like nitpicking from entire presentations, like Microsoft, Ubisoft, Sony, But Nintendo had a lot of shit to be excited about instead of just one
if
or
you're
two
excited
things.
about Nintendo.
That's true. Like I said, looking at this list, the only thing that really caught my eye in terms of like what I would maybe appreciate if I had a Switch and was playing Nintendo shit would be the Smash Bros. DLC and the Breath of the Wild sequel and the Link's Awakening remake. Other than that,
I think Nintendo games are children's games.
They're meant for everyone, yes, but they're not necessarily meant solely for children.
very true. I mean, I could still go back and play Pokemon and love it.
I mean, if you want to play a children's game, go play fucking Sesame Street on the Nintendo 64.
I mean, that's just a younger child, but like Nintendo just makes kids games. They don't make any games for adults.
Let's see. Other games featured in the Direct.
I mean, that's why you would get fucking Mortal Kombat for the Switch or something.
What the fuck? Stranger Things 3? The game? What the fuck?
I mean, that's just why I'm saying I'm not going to be excited for anything Nintendo comes out with.
It's hard
I mean, Nintendo's never really come out with games in its entire lifespan meant specifically for adults. They've always done it so that everyone can play them.
Yeah, and I feel like that cripples them.
I mean, I think the only thing that really cripples them is their lack of insight when it comes to online playability. But
if they kept their high-quality children's games and then also made games for adults, then they would be a very strong,
to be
even
fair,
stronger company.
on this list, they are adding Resident Evil 5 and 6 to the Switch. I would say those are definitely adult games.
I mean, porting adult games is one thing, but MicSpam is talking about Nintendo themselves making a game specifically for adults.
Yeah, no,
they don't need to do that because their games are fun to play as adults anyway.
I can agree.
We have fucking Xbox and PlayStation to make all the adult games they need, and Nintendo's got the wholesome fun for the entire family.
Yeah, I don't play games with my family though,
and that's fine. But Nintendo doesn't need to change what they're doing because they're already very successful at what they're doing. The only caveat I mentioned before was their online playability, like the fiasco with Mario Maker 2 and them not having playability with your friends online, which is retarded.
That is retarded. Damn. That's kind of fucked.
You can play with randoms, but you can't play with your friends for whatever reason.
There's no like friends list where you can invite your friend to it? That's so fucking stupid. Really?
Why would you ever do that?
I saw a tweet that they might be changing it, but I don't know how reliable that is.
They might be changing it just because of all the internet backlash, which,
just
companies
like
are doing nowadays.
Movie.
They're actually,
it's a thing now.
They completely changed the Sonic movie now because of that. Yeah, right.
They're delaying the movie so they can change the Sonic model
because he got obliterated.
And needed it.
Yeah. Oh my god. I saw. Oh my god. I wish I could pull up the pic I saw. There was like the new Sonic, and he was like fully human length in like laying in a ring with like a jumpsuit on.
That one was just a joke.
That's
Sonic. Know, but it's still funny. It's still funny. Oh, that's
It
great.
is.
Well, there's Nintendo for you. Let's go to Square Enix. Square Enix. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Finally got to see Tifa. Fuck yeah. She looks hot as fuck, like normal.
The audience was screaming when she came on screen.
Oh my god, yeah, they flipped out. Oh my god, that looks so good. Like, I'm glad they've spent the time on this. I really hope it comes to PC, but I'm gonna play that if it comes to PC.
I can't imagine that it wouldn't.
I mean, maybe the first. Oh, let's see. Final Fantasy VII Remake is still episodic, in case you were wondering. The first installment, the one it'll ship on March 3rd, will include the Midgar portion of the original game, which has been extended. It'll take up to 2 Blu-ray discs. Square Enix talked a little about how the battle system work demo will be playable at the booth. Okay, that sounds... Are they, like, slowly releasing the game or something?
Unsure.
That's a little weird. Yeah. I don't. My only concern is if it comes to PC or not. And the thing that nobody really gives a shit about is Final Fantasy VIII is also getting remastered. That's
the one
known.
with Leon, right?
Maybe. I only played a little bit of it.
got
I didn't
the
get
gun
the.
sword.
It's the gun sword one. Yes, it was
Okay.
actually their first departure into realistic graphics. You know, Final Fantasy VII. You know, they had cutscenes, but they were like, you know, blocky characters walking around. And
The only reason I even know about that guy is because of Kingdom Hearts.
yeah, I was gonna say he was well known in Kingdom Hearts. I don't know. I think nobody was asking for that. I don't know why they're doing it. It's weird, but whatever. Final Fantasy VIII, cool. Other than that, it's I didn't see anything. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles remastered. They're just basically remaking all of their games. And Kingdom Hearts 3 is getting DLC.
Oh yeah, that too. Forgot about that.
Remind. So, I don't know. I think I heard that a lot of people were unhappy with the ending, but otherwise that game was phenomenal, I heard.
It was good. I won't say that it was the ending that everyone wanted or expected, but it was a good game to play. Kingdom Hearts 2 is still much better.
Okay. That's fair. Someone who played it gives a good opinion. Yeah, that's honestly what I've really heard about it. I haven't heard too much. I really only have one friend who played it and loved it, so... Other than
What
that,
we heard about the ending of Kingdom Hearts 3 is that that's the ending of that saga, but there's still definitely more Kingdom Hearts to come after.
in the form of DLC and maybe another
DLC
game.
and new installments, yeah.
Gotcha. Well, that's good. I mean, that's a beloved series. Everyone liked Kingdom Hearts. There you go. Okay. I'm going to skip over Microsoft because, in my opinion, I liked Microsoft way more than I liked Nintendo. But I feel like we're just on different gears on that. But, Ubisoft, what the fuck did they do? I don't even think I even caught anything that I cared about in this. Watch Dogs Legion? Cool. Gods and Monsters? Don't know. Roller Champions? Looks horrible. They all actually, yeah, there was the only thing that looked slightly interesting is they're making a new Rainbow Six, and it's called Quarantine, and it is a, like, horror game. So they're taking Rainbow Six to the horror genre.
It's like what they did with Red Dead, making that zombie DLC.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, what does it say about it? It's a 3-player tactical player versus enemy co-op game coming in 2020. It looks scary, like a horror game. And the trailer was really cool. Like, I have to give it to him. That looks sick.
It's Left 4 Dead with Rainbow Six.
Awesome to hear.
Yeah, pretty much.
Can you tell us a
Rainbow
little bit
Six
about
is
this
a
inspiration
highly
for this game?
competitive
Well, it's a brand new
multiplayer
portion
game. I
that
see a
was
lot of
done
people
here in
playing it
Ubisoft
on
Montreal.
Twitch.
And it's huge Rainbow Six
Oh my
fan
god,
that
I don't
wanted
care.
to.
Just show
It's
me
up
this.
there with CSGO and
There
Dota
is,
and
you
League
will
of
see a lot
Legends.
Similarities when you play everything
crazy.
related to gunplay.
They're like
and also
rescuing
using
some guy in this
gadgets,
facility, but the
tactics,
camera's on
destruction,
the guy getting
but you
rescued.
don't have to
He's
be
got
a
some
Rainbow
blood
Six
thing in his
player to play
arm
Quarantine.
that's
It's a good
fucking
place to
freaking
pick
out
up
and like
and
pulsing
start
like a
within the brand.
timer.
So you're
It looks
seeing
crazy.
a few things going on here.
In terms of something other people will care about, but I don't give a shit about, Division 2, free to play, June 13 to 16, giant DLC.
Wouldn't you like to
Cool,
know,
cool.
huh?
Assassin's
you can
Creed
have everything
Odyssey.
at the first time, so it's a
Who gives a
fuck about Assassin's Creed?
Yeah, I was gonna say I stopped caring about that after the second one. Rainbow Six Siege, that's the game that's still out right now. Operation Phantom Sight is out tomorrow. Please look forward to it. Okay, that's the greatest text line about that I've ever seen. For Honor has a new limited time event called Shadows of the Hitokiri. Yeah, nobody cares about For Honor still. Okay, Adventure Time.
For Honor now?
I liked it. I forced myself to play it because I bought the season pass and I bought the game when it was still $60. So I forced myself to play it. Everyone hated it. It was an unfair bullshit game, but it's still cool. I like it. But
Did you see when they added the rabbits during the April Fool's event?
No, really?
Yeah, they added the rabbits from Rayman to like the minions that surround the objectives.
Oh, really? That's funny.
Yeah. They were wearing night getup and shit. It was very adorable.
Wow. Adventure Time is crossing over with Brawlhalla, where you can play as them and you can play two characters at once. I don't really know what Brawlhalla is, but Adventure Time is definitely just a Cartoon Network show.
Brawlhalla is an okay like versus beat 'em up. It's kind of like Smash, but if it was made by the Flash software.
More accurately, like a duck game sort of thing.
Yeah, that's much better.
Okay, gotcha. And then, this is actually a thing I kind of wanted to watch, but I didn't, but I saw it. The Rob McElhenney? I don't know how to say his fucking name. The creator of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, fucking hilarious, amazing show, is teaming up with Ubisoft to work on a TV comedy about video game development. Could be good.
Okay.
I like It's Always Sunny, so...
I mean, yeah.
Could be good. I mean, he's been going for ages on that. He did his own little press conference thing. It's probably going to be hilarious. And then Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Some guy brought a dog on stage. Cool. Yay, Ubisoft. Fuck Ubisoft. They suck. I don't really like Ubisoft, but you ain't going to talk on it. And then, the beautiful Bethesda announcing shit at E3. Ghostwire, some kind of tease. I don't know it. They were from the creators of Evil Within, new kind of action adventure game. It's not survival.
The only thing that people remember from Ghostwire was the game director coming out on stage and being adorable. People don't really seem to care about the game itself.
Oh,
is she adorable?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, she was acting like really adorably on stage.
Let me find that. Ghostwire something. E3. Alright, let's see it. How cute is this chick? Oh, wait. This isn't E3. This is some Tokyo. What the fuck? Don't fucks with me. Okay, here we go. Damn it. You're not the chick. Give me the chick. Give me the fucking
Her name
chick.
is Nakamura.
It's the same exact video.
Is it?
Ikumi Nakamura.
Is it? Oh.
So many people. Wow. Thank you. Such a big stage makes me nervous. I'll do my best to speak in English.
I do my best to speak English.
She's trying her best.
Making a new kind of action adventure game.
It's so spooky.
That we are known for. People are vanishing in Tokyo. You must find out why. You will encounter
This tweet pretty much sums up like the two favorite people during E3.
Yep. Yep. It's Keanu Reeves and this fucking awesome chick.
In the game, you will meet spirits. Some dangerous, some peaceful. And survivors that each have their own stories.
Okay, this chick is adorable.
You will need to ask yourself, it is normal or paranormal? I ask myself this question every time I go to the office. Just kidding. Just kidding, just kidding. We are very excited.
Okay.
Let's take a look. Internet. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh, and that was the pose she did in that tweet. Okay, that's fantastic. Okay. What's the game about? I don't know. The video stopped after the trailer. It's like nobody gave a shit about the game. But that chick was cool. Okay. So there's that. Then we got Arkan Lions' next game is called Deathloop. The folks behind Dishonored are making a new mind-bending story and meticulously designed levels. Like Dishonored is all about the way you want to play. So you can play probably stealth, action-y, don't give a fuck, whatever. The only thing that really is kind of eye-popping is the new Doom. It has a weird-ass multiplayer mode called Battle Mode. 2 player-controlled demons versus 1 player-controlled Doom guy. A first-person fighter. That sounds...
That's what I'm talking about, Doom.
That sounds weird.
Okay, but have you heard about the Doot Revenant skin?
No, what is that?
So you know about the meme with like skeletons blowing trumpets and that they call it Doot?
Mm-hmm. I think
if you pre-order the game, you get a special skin for the Revenant enemy where they have trumpets on their back.
Huh, that's kind of cool.
You also get a classic shotgun skin in a special level.
Okay.
I sent you the image in the Discord.
Oh, yes, please. Please. I hate how I have to like open the original. Ribbon Tear Pack, reorder now. Oh, that's sweet with the trumpets. Oh, that's sick. Okay.
The internet was freaking out about that.
Well, that's dope.
Because that was already a pre-existing meme where they take the Doom theme and they replace it with Doots.
And then they just took the meme and made it into the game. Fuck it. We know it's
exactly.
Cool. Awesome. That game does look pretty sick, but there's a lot of shooters out now. You really kind of get mind-blowing with that. I never played old Doom, so I don't have a nostalgia factor with it. So.
The video has 3 million views.
Really? What is it?
Dude.
Is this the video they're basing it off of?
Yeah.
God, it just goes all over. That's great. That's awesome though that they're listening to, you know, they're basically just scouring it for what the shit is popular. That's awesome. Good for them. Doom's probably gonna be a sick ass game.
It was a very good game when it first came out before. It's gonna do really well.
I think it will.
And I think Mick Gordon is still doing the soundtrack.
Nice. The Doom soundtrack is phenomenal. You can't go wrong. Let's see. Anything else? Bethesda, what are you doing? Elder Scrolls 6. We're still hard at work, but nothing for Elder Scrolls 6.
They're trying too hard to fix and clean up 76.
Yeah, why? Who gives a shit? Really? I only know a couple of people who even play that. Wolfenstein VR game. I know
that would be cool.
I know people who are big into the Wolfenstein franchise, so that'll probably
sounds like
sick.
a lot of fun.
Wolfenstein Cyberpilot is a VR game coming this July and will put you in the role of a hacker in the French Resistance. Wolfenstein Youngblood is a co-op shooter in which you play as BJ Blazkowicz's his twin daughters. Okay. The ID Software Classic Commander Keen. I don't know what that is. Rage 2 is getting an expansion. Here, Rage 2 is really good. But otherwise, I still haven't really played Bethesda since, like, Skyrim. So, sorry, Bethesda. I ain't got shit for you. Anyone on the Bethesda bandwagon?
You know.
I'm just... Elder Scrolls 6 is really Bethesda for me. Until they release shit about that, I don't care. Bethesda, like, I never played Dishonored, although I've watched some speedruns and shit of it. Game looks sick, but Never played it.
Dishonored 1 was pretty good, but I don't remember hearing too many things about Dishonored 2.
Did you play it?
I played Dishonored 1, but not Dishonored 2. That's why I don't know for sure how good it actually was.
Gotcha. Okay. I know a lot of people like Dishonored 1, but I think I'm with you there. I haven't heard too much about 2. I think I maybe watched the speed run, but that's about it. Good job, Bethesda. No Elder Scrolls 6. And then the big one. The big bad. Microsoft in their giant conference.
I mean, what else happened aside from Halo Infinity?
Halo Infinite was, I mean, they had the Borderlands shit, so I watched it live on Microsoft's shit. So the Halo trailer itself was really sick. Like, that looks good. Like, everyone's gonna be all over that one. And in terms of every Xboxer is gonna be all over that game. Like,
campaign's probably gonna be really good, but like, I doubt they're gonna change the multiplayer for the better. Halo 4 and 5 ruined multiplayer for Halo.
You never really see it on Twitch or any big name esports tournaments. Maybe it's just fucked.
Well, it's not really meant to be like that competitive in the esports scene. It's more just, I guess, a casual competitive game, if you know what I mean.
That's fair. I mean, they definitely used to have esports tournaments. Like, I've seen them, but it's not like wide known, you know. Their big thing, though, their Project Scarlet, their new console, got a bunch of shit about it, but not like that much. You just hear like 120 FPS. I'm calling that's bullshit.
How the fuck do you even
8K and all those big numbers, like Sony's new shit. So they're kind of
120K HDU.
I was gonna say, like, PCs, like, you need to get really good hardware for that. So it's either, if that's true, this is gonna be probably the most expensive console that exists.
It's probably gonna be more fucking cheap than the goddamn new Mac that was released.
Well, that's because Apple is owned by Nazis.
Yeah.
You both have seen that shit, right? Like how expensive their new computer is?
I've seen how expensive all their computers are while I was working at Best Buy, but is this one exceptional?
Yeah. How about their fucking stand to hold the monitor for being $1,000?
I was just about to say 27-inch iMac with Retina 5K display, 3.7 gigahertz Intel Core i5 only, and it's $2,299. Wait, with free shipping.
Sounds like Apple, yeah. Sounds pretty on par.
Retina 5K display, $5,000. What the fuck, Apple? No
$5,000 $1,000 stand. It is stupid.
That sounds horrible.
Oh,
exactly. What up, Kit Falbo? Yeah, that sounds ridiculous. Oh, look, it has a cool display. Jesus, and you can even add shit. Like that $5,000. You can
during the presentation, they were like listing off how expensive they were. You like watch the video because you can hear the crowd murmuring when they revealed the stand for $1,000.
Sample stand video. Wonder if that works.
So this monitor that you're looking at costs
like look up Mac stand crowd reaction.
It's not HDR. It's only 1080p, and that's exactly why Apple's new Pro Display XDR is so impressive. For $4,999, and yeah, that's not cheap. When you stack it up,
I convince people to buy my shit for that much. 1,000 for 300 pages, right?
right now.
Hey guys, if you follow the stream and donate $1,000, I'll fuck you. Okay, that's how I do it. Works every time.
I'll be more generous. If you do it, I'll blow you.
Ooh, that's a tempting offer. Make sure you do it. I'm on it. Rachel's on it.
Oh, here's the actual YouTube video.
Not only busy writing 5 paragraphs.
Oh, is this too loud?
There's the YouTube video I was referring to.
Oh, you posted it? Good. Because I don't know what you're looking at.
And the Pro stand, $999. And like the Mac Pro,
they all like laughed at it.
In the fall.
They were like murmuring.
And the Pro stand, $999.
Oh wait, this is an edited version.
So that is the new Mac Pro and Pro Display XDR. Now back to Tim.
Go to the first link that I posted then.
He got like laughed off stage there.
No, that was an edited version. Look at the one that was Mashable, not YouTube.
Okay. Ooh, crowd stunned as Apple unveils new $999 monitor stand. How is the stand that much? Is it made out of gold?
The Pro Display XDR will be $49.99 for the display itself. And the Nano...
Oh, come on. You fucking video, you shit. Internet, work for me. Guys, you're spending too much bandwidth. Oh, that's balls. Oh, because they're trying to get me to follow their stupid website. Alright, maybe it'll play this time. No, it's gonna stop right there, I feel. But, like, for real?
The Pro Display XDR will be $49.99 for the display itself.
It was announced with the computer costs that, and the oh, come on! Boom. Guys, you're taking all my internet from Colorado.
Is that how it works?
I
Can
think
you edit
so.
the quality of the video using the cog?
It's just like Big Bang Theory. Nerds and their expensive stands. Don't worry, you're not laughing at them. You're laughing with them. Oh, yeah. That's still insanity, though. The display, it's the stand. Wait, there's more. There's different colored stands for an extra $500. Ooh, that's amazing. That's crazy, though. Really? Jesus Christ. Why? What was the point of that? Hey, I'm really rich, so check out my cool Apple stand. It's amazing. All right, back to Microsoft, though. Fuck Apple. Nobody gives... I automatically just like you if you have an Apple. Unless it was given to you by free, then good for you. Gears 5. Didn't really look too much into that. Honestly, Gears fell off for me since the first one. I played
Gears
a beta.
3, I think, was the last good one.
Is that the one where they had the sick-ass one-shot sniper? That was like a two-handed big weapon? I played a beta of one that had one. It was dope.
I'm unsure.
What about the platinum level? Wait, there's more. Titanium. Beautiful. Gears 5, yeah, I'm not really, I don't know. I stopped following the Gears series. Gears of War. They have chainsaws on his bayonets. That's their thing. Project xCloud, arguably the biggest project in the entire press conference. That's a bold statement. Though we didn't hear too much about it. What? How can you really even say that? It's Microsoft's game streaming platform. It's in beta for people at E3. Seems like they're setting the stage for and not being all that explicit about it, but it seems like this fall when these platforms are going to rumble to life. Here's the twist. You can either stream from your Microsoft's data center or from your own Xbox to play anywhere else. So that's kind of cool. If you could stream from your Xbox onto your phone or something, whatever. I don't know. As a PC gamer, all this shit just sounds stupid. New console, new everything. Just get a PC. Then you're better than them anyway. They have a new controller. Cool. Ori and the Will of the Wisps. I've heard really good things about that game. So that's coming to that. Minecraft
I heard there's not a lot of gameplay in the first one.
I know Cormanda played it, and I watched him play a decent bit of it, and it was pretty good.
I mean, it's a visual thing more than it is like a gameplay thing, is what I heard.
Which game are we talking about?
Exactly.
Ori and the whatever forest.
Ori and the Will
Ori
of
and the
the
Blind
Wisps.
Forest.
Or yeah, the first one was the forest one. I just heard good things about it. It wasn't like an overly expensive game, so I mean, you know, it seemed right for a Steam game, like $20, pretty good game.
Yeah, Ori's a good game. It's like the same level as Dust the Elysian Tale in terms of like quality, I think.
I forgot they were making a Battletoads reboot. That's awesome.
Oh, people were going like crazy about the villain's design in that.
Like, is it
like
bad
the Dark
or
Witch
good?
or whatever? Because like she used to wear like a leotard in the old design, but then they made her like safe for work by like covering her in clothes, not as revealing.
Oh, fuck yeah. I remember renting from the video store, because I'm an old fuck, the
new
Super
Battletoads.
Nintendo Battletoads.
Yeah, I heard about Battletoads.
Memes is the way to sell games. It's the future. We totally have to make a game. Exactly. I think it's more like, we can't think of anything good, so let's take this old ass game that was really loved and just make it future-y better.
Looks like a cross between Streets of Rage and fucking Cuphead.
That's what I feel like essentially what it is. It was always the 2D side-scroller beat-em up.
Yeah.
Hitting Grumpy Cat. Xbox Game Pass. Cool. That'll probably be dope. I liked Battletoads as a kid, but you know. Honestly, what was dope about Battletoads, the latest thing that I had seen about it, they added Crash, I think his name was, as a character in Killer Instinct. That was dope.
Yeah.
He was fun.
That's like old news, but yeah. That was
I mean, it's old news. That was the last Battletoads things I'd heard of.
Yeah. That's their most recent like show in anything in media.
Gotcha. I'm gonna avoid the Keanu Reeves yet, just to see if there's anything else, because that was awesome. Oh my god, they're making a new Dragon Ball Z Project Z action RPG. It looks so fucking terrible.
Aptly called Dragon Ball Kakarot.
Is it called that? Dragon Ball
Yeah.
Kakarot? Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks... I mean, it looked terrible.
It could be cool.
I mean,
It's cool because you can put on a tail and make them fish with it.
Really?
And the second point would be, of course, there's
could
a
be
lot
cool.
of very meticulously recreated
I
scenes
mean,
from
maybe.
the original story that people are going to
It's possible.
recognize and very much look forward to as well.
I mean, they're clearly spending a lot of time on it, and this was like hidden reveal kind of deal.
I feel like
Open world
Dragon Ball is one of the only series that has so many video games where they just repeat the same exact story, but find new ways to put spin on it to make it fun to play.
Are they all fun to play though? I don't know.
Most of them are.
The only I never played any of the they're all fighting games to me. That's
Like the only unfun Dragon Ball games that I can think of is like Ultimate Battle 22 for the PlayStation, Ultimate Tenkaichi, because that was just fucking rock paper scissors.
I played like Tenkaichi 2. Dragon Ball the movie, the game.
Oh god.
I don't know. I'm not really ecstatic about this. I mean, it could be good. I mean, I'll leave an open air to it, but
I mean, I think Fighters is the game we were all waiting for.
exactly. I was really hoping they might show like Janemba clips or something for Fighters, but no. Just this.
The same friend that doesn't like subtitles in anime also thinks that Fighters is crap because he doesn't like traditional fighter games. He
It's not
prefers
even a
like Budokai.
traditional fighter game necessarily.
I say
but
traditional in the sense that it's 2D and that you go left and right, not like it's not like
Yeah,
Tekken.
he prefers like the Budokai aspect of fighting.
Oh, see that's not even like competitive. Those games are just broken and fun to beat up AI. It wasn't like
He just doesn't like the
competitive.
normal standard of fighting games as much.
Well, he is a bitch boy.
Pretty much.
What do you want them to option for a game? I just want more fighter shit. That's all I give a shit about. What is this? So let's see. Here's a combat scene. So he's doing this like he picked an attack. He's not actually like running up and mashing buttons.
Looks like it has like Xenoverse combat, but with like an RPG open world exploration.
I've heard very mixed review on the Xenoverse franchise. My one buddy
They're
said
not
the
good.
first one was really good, and then he played the second one, and he was like, "It's just the same thing. I'm done with this shit."
They're both fun in their own right, but when you get into the versus mode competitively, it becomes massive bullshit.
I don't know, I feel like it's any 3D fighter like that, where it's like Naruto Shippuden. You can't really, what is it, Ultimate Ninja Storm, whatever. It's just
The
very
Ninja
basic.
Naruto games are basically who can save their substitution jutsu the longest and you win.
Yeah, that's exactly correct. That I actually found competitive shit in that game, and you just use ranged projectile characters.
Yeah, you just use
that's the
all
top
your
tier.
fucking equipment and spam Rasengan over and over.
Pretty much. I don't really know what you could do to a Dragon Ball game that isn't as perfect as Fighters in my opinion. Arc System, beautiful fighting games.
Well, I mean, there were other fantastic games before Fighters.
I liked Budokai, the Budokai
Fighters
series
is good.
before Tenkaichi came out. I wasn't a huge fan of Tenkaichi. I was mostly a fan of Budokai 1, 2, and 3.
I love Budokai and Budokai Tenkaichi.
Tenkaichi.
I even like Dragon Ball Sagas, and not too many people know about that one.
Open world game, and I cannot say that it is a truly open world experience. And part of that reasoning
Is that like what system was that on?
PlayStation 2, but the only difference was that it's an American-made game and not Japanese, so it has a lack of quality that other games usually don't have.
Yeah, I can see that lack of quality thing you were saying, but I mean it's PlayStation 2, so good at the time.
It was just really fun to play as a kid. It doesn't like perform well with the other games in the series, but it's still fun in my opinion.
It looks like it's more RPG style.
It's more or less RPG style, but just not open world.
Gotcha.
You follow a linear path, you collect things, you upgrade your abilities, moves, and stats. You can unlock characters.
Okay, I saw this Forza Horizon 4 Lego Speed Champions live, and I was just like, what? That looks... Why? They have their super realistic car game, and let's put in super realistic Legos. Yeah, that's what everybody wants. I mean, they're definitely popular and stuff. I mean, I never really was a fan of racing games and Forza to begin with, but like, they brought on this like fully Lego created like fancy supercar on stage. It was just like, what? Really? Like, they really took that shit hardcore. But Lego Speed Champions? I don't know. Fans of stripped down Western guitar is present here. A cinematic trailer of Crossfire X. That was like some super shooter game that looked alright. But other than that, I really got nothing else other than the two amazingness that I was all about. Cyberpunk looks amazing. Fucking Keanu Reeves shown in the final bit of the trailer and then fucking shows up on stage like a badass. Oh. It was awesome. This whole thing was great. I want this game so bad. So bad. Oh. The way he popped out and shit. Like, they said it was like one of the most... I mean, the one Twitter dude who's leaking everything on E3 leaked it. But other than that, nobody really had a clue that he was even showing up. What? John Wick / Keanu Reeves owns 2019, guys. Oh, this game looks so good. You gotta watch the movies. I mean, I feel like you need to watch them.
I don't know. I'm not a big action movie guy. They don't have any depth. Just one-liner explosion, one-liner explosion.
I don't know.
Yeah, but you must like one action movie.
I was gonna say the Die Hard series was awesome.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Mission
Die
Impossible.
Predator is the correct answer.
Predator is old as fuck.
It's the best action movie.
I mean, you don't play games like Rampage for its massive story and plot. You play it so that you can play as a monster, eat people, and destroy buildings. You're just there to enjoy the presentation, not fucking like contemplate in deep thought.
Wake the up, Samurai.
Yeah, I don't know.
We have a city to burn.
I'm not into it.
And then he shows up. Oh, that was sick.
People
this
are
game
saying
looks
that Keanu is like a hallucination.
Well, it was because the cyborg was rebooting. He's not a hallucination. The cyborg's vision was getting staticky because he's rebooting his like hard drive because he got fucked up and basically thrown in what looks like a
in
junkyard.
that video, like only Keanu's legs and body were glitching. The background was fine.
That's true.
Samurai.
Yeah, that was only him. Maybe it's like a scanning thing. I don't know.
Samurai.
Yeah. Hard to really put pen and paper on that. But this game just looks phenomenal. Overall. Like they did, like last E3, I think it was. They did the girl version, and they did like a similar scene, and just the characters and the dialogue look great. It's such a weird, crazy super society where everyone's basically modding themselves to be awesome. And then they actually revealed that in the last trailer they did with this game, this Jackie guy was a huge part of it. They took the car around the city and shit. And spoiler alert, he fucking dies.
Wow.
Poor guy. I mean, it's in the E3 trailer. I mean, if I'm not spoiling it, someone else will. But that game looks phenomenal. And then Borderlands.
I think I'm about ready to wrap this shit up, Fats. How about you?
I'm getting there. We didn't even talk Borderlands in any way.
We've been talking Borderlands for months.
That's very true. Yeah, Borderlands looks sick. Just for anyone out there who doesn't know, they came out with Commander Lilith. Free DLC for Borderlands 2. Game that came out fucking 7 years ago. The Battle for Sanctuary, and it is a tie-in between Borderlands 2 and Borderlands 3, so it bridges the gap between the stories. And just so happened, I watched the entire thing live, and Borderlands 3 is exactly 7 years after Borderlands 2. Kind of cool. So 7 years between the two games in real time and in game time. And yeah, Borderlands 2. I mean, I think they're going to completely break Borderlands 2 because I think they said they're raising the level cap again in the new DLC. And
I think it's 80 right now.
That's nuts. It was like I had like all but the Gunzerker at max level, and I was farming all the shit for all of them. And then they introduced another level cap increase. So you literally had to get your character to max level and then go refarm all the legendaries you had because they were all, 8 levels too low. And that was bullshit. But hey, I'll be honest, I'm buying it this weekend and I'm going back through Borderlands 2. It's like $8 for the entirety of the entire game right now on Steam.
Yeah, the Handsome Collection.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Borderlands 2, the Handsome Collection, or let's see.
It's free on PlayStation right now, so any of you guys have PlayStation Plus, feel free to get it and add it to your library for absolutely nothing.
I highly suggest you do. That's one of my top 5.
I might grab that myself. You want to go through Borderlands 2 together?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
They also added a Game of the Year version for Borderlands 1, adding some changes to the loot system and map, similar to Borderlands 2, and gave it HD textures.
Nice. Huh. That was dope. I really liked Borderlands 1 too.
Because before Borderlands 1, you had to individually pick up loot, but with Borderlands 2, you could just hold the button and all the nearby loot would come to you.
Like the ammo and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy that they didn't even have that in the first one. It's been so long. But I spent so much time on this game specifically. And yeah, this Borderlands Game of the Year edition, 78% off on Steam. It's $8.79. Borderlands 2, first DLC pack, Krieg, the character. Don't know what the collector's edition pack does, but you get that. Creature Slaughter Dome, that was a random little mini pack. The Necromancer, the other character they released. Torg's Campaign, the best DLC in any video game. Sir Hammerlock's Big Game Hunt, it was alright. Introduced some broken shit. Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep, honestly, probably my least favorite expansion in the whole thing, but it was still good. They added new shit and it was dope. And yeah, Ultimate Vault Hunter something. Gives you 11... This pack includes level increases up to level 61, which I think is bullshit because I'm pretty sure it went up to at least 72. And the free pack, which is out. It's out right now. Commander Lilith shit that came out with it. It's out now.
Yeah.
So fuck yeah. And there you go. That's E3 for you in a nutshell. Woo! We did it! Good job, everyone. And I think on that note, we're going to head on out of here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast, anime, E3, all that shit. I'm Fats.
And I'm MicSpam.
This
I'm
week's special,
Sketchnote.
yeah, just do it. Do it loud and proud.
I'm Sketchnote.
Fuck yeah! We out of here. Peace.
Later.